racing the tire tracks here. Backs off for this transition because I think he knows he's going to send it big. Oh my God, how close on that transition. All the way through and then gets right back up to the front bumper throughout the last turn and tracks him all the way through it. On this final turn up the hill to bring it back to him, he does that all the way up to the front wheel, makes contact with the ball. Oh no, but it sends Monte's car flying. Wayne says, I don't think so. Gets right close up on that rear bumper all the way up. Front wheels together here as they finish out this course.
So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene. On every screen, making my presence something to be seen, yeah. I'll make them all see that I could be anything I wanna be. If you got a dream, then you need persistence and lots of belief, yeah. Yo, don't take that negative energy, I replace that. I just wanna be me, I don't fake that. I just wanna be free, yeah, chase that. I got a new obsession, it's helping and teaching and giving everyone a lesson. It's living and winning and building something that's impressive. I don't wanna do the same thing, I wanna be progressive. So I'ma make a new me, a new beast, a true fiend. He's everything that he wants to be. Look in the mirror, what he wants to see is a dude looking back at me. I stay on track, yeah, track things. I'm setting goals, life hacking. I'm steady stacking. I see myself being happy. A better me with a strategy that I'm attacking.
Put me to the test and you know I'll ace that. Hit me in the face and I'm hitting right back. I enjoy the chase so I'll stay on track, yeah. I enjoy the race so I'll make that back. Got a lot of dreams that I'll make come true. Got a lot of things that I wanna do. Got a lot of goals that I wanna prove. And there's not a lot of time so I gotta make moves.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here in the mountains of Japan, and it is round 3 of this year's slide style season. Welcome, everybody. We are bringing you the best drivers in the virtual drifting world, here to bring you Slide Style's unique brand of freestyle tandem drifting. But before we make that happen, we have got to qualify these guys. We've got to find out who is going to make their way into the bracket, and we have 12 drivers, got their machines all geared up and ready to rock this evening. Cannot wait to get it going. So let's see what it is we are working with this evening. We're going to get our driver lineup, as you see on the left side of your screen there. These guys are in the server and ready to rock and roll, and we are already lined up on our very first car, which is going to be our man Shreds. But before we get this thing going, we are going to talk about what it is that makes a slide style car a slide style car. And as you see here, this beautiful S15 machine that our boy Shreds is running, these are rear wheel drive machines with 1,000 horsepower set as a maximum that they are able to run. Wheels have to be between 16 and 20 inches in diameter with a 275 millimeter maximum width. I believe almost every driver is running at that maximum, so that's pretty much the wheel width that we're running here. All 4 wheels on these cars have to be identical all the way around. The tire pressure can be different from front to rear, but all 4 tires basically have to be able to be rotated around the car. There are 110 adhesion sticky gripping tires on these machines. 35 to 40% sidewall profile. They have a little bit of an option there. 30, I started reading the same thing again. I'm so excited I can't even read. 90 kilopascals as a minimum tire pressure. That works out to about 13 psi, around somewhere in there, in freedom units, if that's what you're used to. New thing for this month is having visible tire lettering, at least on the rear tires here. So that way it's a little bit easier for you guys at home to pick up on hand brakes and things like that for our real close-looking judges that we have at home. And of course, these machines have to have a front bumper just due to the limitations of the game engine. If the car is missing the front bumper, it still has a collision box where the front bumper used to be. So if the front bumper is not visually there, it's hard for us to tell whether there was contact between 2 vehicles. So that is why that is, and we are geared up for qualifying here this evening. Qualifying is done in single car runs. Each of these drivers will make a single run, and then you guys will watch the replay and give it a 1 to 5 star rating at home. That's right, for slide style, there are no judges, there are no track limits, there's no clipping zones, none of that. Freestyle drifting is what we call it. These guys have the line that they run, and they are free to attack it however they like, and you guys are free to vote on it however you like. You are the judges. The top 11 drivers are going to automatically advance into the bracket this evening, and that leaves one spot left. And the drivers that are ranked 12 through 16 are going to run again, and you all will be voting on which driver you want to see have that last chance and make the 12th spot in the bracket. So we're going to be looking at, of course, speed and angle, as we always do with drifting, but with slide style, we're looking for the flow, how this car sails through the run and how smooth and clean it looks. On how on edge they can put that car. Are they right up against the wall? Are they tracing the lines on the asphalt? How are they pushing that car to the limit? And how much aggression, how hard do they send it around this course? So, all that said, without further ado here, we've got our first machine up. This is our boy JDM Shreds right here. Beautiful S15, loving this livery. He has another version of this livery that, for those of you familiar with the game, has 700 vinyls. It's crazy. It's the same design here, but it's incredibly detailed. He's posted the screenshots of that car in the official Slide Style Discord. So if you haven't already, ! Slide Style in the chat will take you right to it. But let's see what this car can do. This is our man Shred's first time running in a slide style event. We're excited to see what he's got. So, let's make it happen. Race control. Tell our man Shreds that he's ready to rip it. Here he goes. He winds that thing up. He's off the line here. And you're going to get a look at our first line up the mountain here on our Touge course, as he sends that car so much angle throughout this hairpin turn early in the course. Couldn't ask for a better driver to show this line off as he heads through the S's here, this section right in the middle of the course, before we head up the mountain. And he's going to stick that car right out there to the outside of the asphalt, all the way around the radius, hard on the throttle, all the way up the hill here. Makes his way through the finish. Sometimes drivers get a little air here. You see it right there, that car airborne as he crosses the finish line and finishes this line out. So that vote is coming at you in the chat right now. The replay is on your screen. Let us know what you think about your boy Shred's run. Great demo of the line that these drivers are going to be attacking this evening. Shouts out to Shreds for joining us up in a slide style event here for the first time. Definitely been making his mark in our practice sessions. Cannot wait to see what he's going to do during our bracket competition this evening. Definitely get the vote in. Let us know what you think about that run. That car is, I mean, he's got the handling on lock. If you check out the front wheels there on the replay, you can see there is not a lot of additional input being put in on the steering. That car is doing exactly what he wants it to do. See there in our live coverage up in the top right of your screen, our next driver headed to the starting line here. I'm sure you're all going to be familiar with this, and there you have it. A 3.6 for Shreds is going to be the time to beat, the score to beat, I guess you could say. As we come back to the live shot here of a name you're all familiar with. This is your man Theory. I've been calling him Mr. Consistency for as long as I can remember. This is the guy that could put a car absolutely on a dime at any point on this course. And you are seeing the the Fun Haver livery here on this Mustang machine. Got to get used to that because a group of regular slide style drivers have gotten together and decided that this is going to be the design of the evening. So it might get a little confusing later on when you see a handful of this same car on your screen. So we'll try to keep you appraised as to which driver is which. And I didn't really think about how that might be a little bit confusing during tandem runs until just this moment. So maybe next month we won't do that again. But hey, we'll have fun with it this month. So we'll have these blue Mustang machines here ready to roll. And I believe Theory is locked and loaded, ready to go. So let's see what he's got for us here on a qualifying run. Bringing the speed with that Mustang machine, and you can see, like I said, Mr. Consistency right on that white line all the way around, bringing it all the way out to the other side, white line through the S's, carrying that speed and holding it right on the edge of the asphalt all the way up the hill here, makes the smooth transition throughout the center, all the way out to that wall on the outside, takes the sign out. We don't need that sign. Using up every bit of this race course. Awesome stuff there from Theory. As you see that vote popping up in the chat right now. And man, look at, we got the slow motion action here. Look at him holding it right on the outside on that white line on the asphalt there. Great stuff out of Theory. Impressive control through that hairpin. I tell you, from driving in practice with these drivers all throughout the month, that hairpin, they make it look so easy. It is so difficult to keep the momentum up on the car in that rear wheel spin. Just a few seconds left on this vote here. Let us know what you think about Theory's run. Making that hairpin look so smooth and easy, but I tell you, man, it is not easy, not one bit. Well, that vote comes down. Look at that, a 3.6. It's going to be a tie with Shreds, but of course, our system goes deeper than just 1 decimal point, and Shreds just barely squeaking out Theory on that run. As we make our way back over to the starting line, and we see another first-time driver here in slide style, but you see the letters on the side of the car. You know them well. This is our friends over from Team SOG. We have 2 drivers representing that team this evening. A couple drivers representing T1 as well this evening. Love to see the teams coming out. But this man right here, Curdy, is a great friend of mine. Check out the, oh, I love the windshield banner is zip tied on the car. I just, the creativity these guys have with their windshield banners is incredible. I love it. But Curdy is the me of SOG over there. He is the lead producer and handles everything for the streams for their SOG Drift Championship events, and those are a little bit different than a slide style event where we're more focused on freestyle and everything like that. Those guys run a hardcore serious drifting event. If you want to test your driving skills in a drift car, there is no better place to go than SOG DC. I have been lucky enough to be invited by those guys to join in their commentary booth and help them out with that. And even when they had so many cars signed up, they had to have 2 streams going at one time. I was lucky enough to be able to stream for those guys as well. Looking forward to working with them this summer as well. I cannot wait. But I also cannot wait to see what our man Curdy has got for us in the server here, because I know he's a wheel man. So let's see what this car is going to bring to us right here. Curdy behind the wheel. Let's see what he's got for us. You can see that car carries a lot of speed, gets off the line quickly there. Look at that, perfectly tracing the white line around the hairpin. Let's see how he does through the S's here. You can see the amount of control he's got over that machine as he's ready to head up the hill here. Hard on the throttle all the way up the hill, going to carry that momentum. Slides that car out, gets a little airborne there. Will he get airborne here on the way up the hill? Oh, look at that. Kicks the car back to the right. Little 360 action. Oh, but he didn't get it all the way around at the end. Unfortunate there. We'll take a look at the replay, see if we can gauge exactly what happened. Great run up until that last moment. The car wanted to get a little squirrely on him. And that vote is coming at you in the chat now as we'll take a look here. Great starting off. But we'll see what happens here. Oh, the vote says fly. Why does it say Flyers? What's going on? All right, well, Curdy is the vote here. I'm not sure why it says Flyers there on the vote. But this is a vote for Curdy here. Flyers is going to be the next driver up, so apologies for that technical difficulty. See if we can't get it to reload. You see a score down at the bottom, currently a 2.6. Let's see if we can reload this and get it to show up properly. Doesn't look like it wants to do it. But that's all right. The votes you are making are coming through our system. We're seeing it now as you watch the replay here of that run. So keep those votes coming in. Just a few seconds left to go here. And we'll take a look at the end of this run one time. My apologies. I was trying to figure out the technical situation going on there. We'll take a look here at the end of this run as he comes up the hill. You see the car grips up right here, heads to the inside of the track, and he needs to correct. But when he does that, the car gets airborne, and then he's just trying to hold on to it from there. So that's what happens, spins the car on around, but it looks like Curdy's vote is going to come out to a 2.5. So now, as you saw Flyer's name up on the screen there, we will move on to his run next. Great stuff there out of Curdy. Unfortunate that that car got away from him, but he could have a shot at the last chance qualifier, so don't count him out yet. Hopefully he gets another opportunity to make another run, and hopefully our voting system is doing everything it's supposed to here. Before we get this run going, going to make a quick double check on that. But Flyers is the next man up in our first group of qualifying here, and this is a beautiful racing machine right here. Another Mustang here. Different livery than the other guys, of course. But the Mustang seems to be the car of choice here for this course here on the Mountain Touge in round 3 this season. This is an awesome looking machine. Showing a little love here on the back window. We're going to be seeing a lot of this all season long. That is for sure. Major loss there in the drifting and extreme sports community as a whole was Ken Block. We'll miss him very much. Love seeing these guys with those tributes like that on their cars for various different things. It's always great to see. But what else is great to see is Flyers, because he has been throwing it down every single week in practice, and he's ready to show you guys what he's been cooking right here. So here comes Flyers tearing it off the line. Carrying that speed, and just like these other guys, man, they can hit that white line so perfect all the way around every time. Taking the sign out. Look at the angle he's able to get, more than anybody we've seen so far, I'd say. Sticking it on this white line as well. What a run here out of Flyers. Takes the early trip to the outside all the way into the dirt on the left side of the track, holding on to the rear of that machine and sending it around to the finish. What a way to stamp a qualifying run right there. And it looks like the vote is doing what it's supposed to be doing there. So you'll see it pop up in your chat. Flyers run is the vote. the replay on your screen. What a run out of Flyers right here. Let's take a look at the slow motion. Comes through the S's, all of this angle, but then watch as he just stamps this car on the white line. Riding it up the hill and then cuts to the inside, and I thought, oh, he gripped up. No, he did it on purpose, because look at this transition. And then boom, right up the hill, looking good, getting a little airborne there as well. This car carries so much speed. So our next driver is making their way into the burnout box warm-up zone here at the beginning of the course. Great run here out of Flyers. Awesome, awesome stuff from him. Looks to be pushing forward to take the top spot here. Just a couple seconds left on voting. Get your thoughts in on Flyers' run. How do you rate it? But he's looking at a 3.9 right now. Is that where it's going to finish? All the way up to a 4.0 as the votes come through, and that is going to finish it out. Flyers taking over the top spot with this wild run. Great stuff out of him. Well deserved, like I said, in practice. He has been there every step of the way. Great stuff there from Flyers. Well, we move on to our next driver. You know his name well. The first ever event winner in slide style is Damien. And this is another beautiful looking Mustang machine right here. Similar, like I said, similar livery to the other guys. Not exactly the same, but they're all running the same kind of color scheme going on. But you guys know Damien is always one to absolutely bring it every single time. And really quickly, speaking of practice, Damien was doing a little bit of streaming for us earlier on this evening, an open practice session that he held himself on his stream, so we appreciate him for that. And speaking of practice, every single Friday that's not a competition day Friday, we host an open practice right here on the channel that anybody can join in. Exclamation point SLIDESTYLE in the chat to find out more about that. But you can come join in, slide around with these drivers, and sign up for an event yourself and join in with us. And you can slide right next to your boy Damien here, just like he's about to do in the server. Let's see what our man Damien has got for us as he rips off the line here with that Mustang horsepower. You can hear the throttle control. He's got a whole lot of power under the hood, and he's got that rear end geared up to put it to those rear wheels, and you can see it in action right here. Even kicking the front tires of that car up a little bit. This thing is absolutely getting it, and you can tell this is going to be a great car in the tandem as well as he makes his way up the hill. Does he get a little bit of air here? Just a little bit. Unloads the suspension there. It's a little bit heavier of a car. So that replay is coming at you. And that vote is in the chat. Great run from Damien here. Definitely one of the core drivers in SLIDESTYLE from the very beginning. Appreciate him for all of his input on everything that we do. About a minute left on this vote here. Let us know what you think about Damien's run as you watch it here on your screen. As our next qualifying group is getting loaded in and ready to rock. I want to thank everybody for watching and voting along with the stream this evening. Just a few seconds left on this vote for Damien here. And there you have another 3.6. That's how tight the competition is here this evening. As you see in the top right of your screen, our next driver in the burnout box here, ready to rock and roll. As they make their way to the starting line, here is going to be your man Bird. Look at this beautiful BMW machine. Loving the livery design on this car. And you can hear that engine. It sounds so mean. This is going to be a hell of a run here, but check this thing out. Loving it. He's been doing some awesome stuff in practice. Can't wait to see what he's bringing to us here. Hearing a quick check-in from race control as they're getting the drivers loaded in for this qualifying group. So we're going to give them just a quick second here to be sure. Also hearing word from our technical crew, we're updating some of the scoring for our runs. Some votes weren't calculated properly. That's been updated as well. So as you can see, remember how I mentioned previously the tie between Theory and Shreds? It looks like after that vote was calculated properly, the updates show that it is going to be Theory pushing just slightly ahead of Shreds there. Flyers, of course, still taking the top spot, but Damien coming away with a 3.9, actually edging out Theory. So there is your scoring update as you see live on the side of the screen there. Making those adjustments, our event team staying on top of things and making sure everything is calculated properly for these drivers. We want your votes to count, and we're going to make sure that they come in right, so they're keeping an eye on everything involving that. And it looks like all of our drivers are loaded into the server, so it is going to be clear for Bird to make his run here. So let's see what this BMW machine is bringing to the table, and if he can knock Flyers off that top spot. See Cloud Crowd right there on the roof, and he is putting some clouds up. This car is getting some serious angle around this course. All of these drivers able to stamp that car right on the outside of that uphill curve there. Let's see how he handles these bumps, getting a little bit airborne here. Look at that car unloading the suspension up the hill and carrying so much speed through the finish. Great stuff out of Bird here, and that vote's making its way to you now. That car has definitely got the handling. As I'm watching along with the replay here, you can see how smoothly that car transitions angles, and you can see how much control he has, because there at the finish, he really, he slung the rear end out and just held it there because he knew he was coming across the finish, and he had plenty of room up there at the top of the hill, and you can see the way that he just lets the car ride out that angle, but when he needs to, he just, boom, popped it right back the other direction. And look here. Watch those tire tracks right there on that white line all the way up, carrying that speed up the hill. So get your votes in on that run. So far, Bird coming up with a 3.5. Last couple seconds here. What's it gonna be? And it looks like it's going to come down to a 3.6 here. 3.6 score for Bird on his run. As Chally is making his way to the starting line here. Will be our next driver. Great runs, but look at that, man. All of these drivers so far, with exception of Curdy, who unfortunately spun out right there at the end of his run, between a 3.6 and a 4.0, so 0.4 separating these drivers. Beautiful, beautiful sight to see there. And speaking of a beautiful sight to see, y'all know I love me some Chally right here in the server, this Mopar machine, and he never fails with the livery designs at all. Look at this racing machine he has brought to us right here. Awesome looking stuff here, and you guys know I talk about it every single month. This right here, our man Chally, is my mom's favorite driver. Come on, my mom's favorite driver is Chally right here. Come on, give it up in the chat for your mom's favorite driver. No, but unfortunately, my mom unable. You know, she is always very vocal in the chat with you guys and watching every slide style event. But we're gonna give her a pass on this one because my wonderful cousin Becca is getting married this weekend. So congratulations to her. And safe travels to my parents. Hopefully they'll be able to watch this broadcast a little bit later on this evening as they head back to their hotel room. But big shouts out to my cousin Becca. Love her very much. Sorry I couldn't be there. But you know, we've got our slide style stuff going on. And then, of course, I'm going to be at the real life racetrack tomorrow with my new job going on there. So I was unable to make the trip a few states over to where the wedding is taking place. But Chally's going to throw one down for Mom, I'm sure, and for everyone else that's a huge fan of this Mopar machine. Let's see what he's going to bring to us here as Chally is ready to fire one off and give us a heater of a run, I'm certain. Look at the chrome on the back of this car. Loving this design. Look at the angle. This big old heavy machine, and he's going to send it all the way out there. That's one thing Chally does. He doesn't half-ass anything he does. He brings it 110% of the way, shows up and shows out every single time he comes to a slide style event. Look at the, whew, got the angle, got the horsepower. Can he cap the run off here at the finish? Gets a little airborne with that big machine all the way out to the outside of the course. What a run from Chally here. Vote is coming at you. Let us know what you think about that one. I know what I think about it, but I have to be the unbiased commentator here. I'm not gonna vote. I know if Mom was here, she'd put a 5-star vote in. Maybe I should put in a 5-star vote for Mom. What do you say? Man, that's that big, heavy Mopar machine right there. Chally is able to move that car around like no other. I swear, it is so much harder than it looks. And he makes it look so simple every single time. Seconds left on that vote. Let us know what you think about Chally's run here. So we're getting the great looks of this course here in the mountains of Japan. Beautiful place for race day here. And that vote is coming down to the last few seconds. Looks like Chally is going to come out to a 3.8 on the score. Puts Chally good for third place, one of his highest qualifying attempts ever. So great stuff out of him there as we come back over. Oh, there we go. Take a look at our man Cruz here at the starting line. I'm pressing too many buttons at one time. You know, you gotta be gentle with the stream system. Sometimes sometimes OBS gets a little upset when you're telling the overlays to do one thing and OBS to do another thing. We're checking out Cruz's machine here. Sick looking S15, got that engine swap. Listen to this thing rumble. Let's get in close with our drone here. Listen to that thing. Whew! Love to hear it. Beautiful design here, the orange and blue. Loving this color setup here. Of course, got the moon eyes right there on top of that machine. So Cruz, ready to throw it down. Let's see what he's got for us here as we continue on with qualifying here in round 3 of Slide Style this season. Look at the speed that my drone cam can even hardly catch up with him. Carrying the speed off the line there, getting the angle big time in the hairpin here. We're going to stay way up in the air to keep up with this quick machine. Super light S15, and he's got the handle on it for sure. Him sticking on that white line. I mean, everybody, that seems to be everybody's bread and butter is that turn right there. It's going to be great to see when we get down to the tandems here, what everybody makes of that. And look at the speed he's able to carry there. Get over in the dirt a little bit, keeping it way out to the outside. What a run here from Cruz. Those votes are making their way in. Great stuff out of Cruz here. Man, that car took off like a bat out of hell off the start. That's going to give him a good advantage when we get down to our brackets here if he's able to bring the score in and make his way into the top 12 for our bracket competition this evening. Another 20 seconds here left on Cruz on the vote for him here. Let us know what you thought about his run here. As our next driver is in the burnout box, ready to make their way to the starting line here. That vote is coming down to the last second. And it does look like Cruz is going to come out to a 4.1 at the last second. A couple of 5-star votes throw my man into the top spot. Look at that. 4.1 knocking Flyers off the top spot. I'm telling you, that S15 was hooked up on speed. Great stuff here. As we move our way over to look at Jay's machine. Not sure why his number plate is coming through with a yellow color. What is that? Jay he's not the yellow man. Jay's our green man. Let's see if we can. Come on, let's see if we can adjust that on the fly. We're gonna turn it green here. Get it looking pretty. Does it want to do it here? Maybe we have to. We'll switch to another driver. Come back. There it is. Now we've got the green. The black and green is what Jay is all about. Always has been all about. So we've got to respect that on your screen. We got Jay hooked up here. You guys know him, love him well. Old Brunkle Jay over here, back in slide style competition, ready to rock the run here. Got the Brunkle license plate there. Game's a little wonky showing you the text on it when it's under the windshield like that, but got the Florida man Brunkle license plate right there on the windshield, looking good. And this is a mean-looking R35. I don't know the last time we saw an R35 in slide style competition. Can't wait to see what he's going to bring us with this machine right here. Well, Cruz has got the top spot with a 4.1. Is Jay going to be able to knock him off there? Let's see what he can do. Rocking it off the line. You know this machine's going to come with the speed, and that it does. Sending it all the way out. Nobody says you have to be on the white line. You can take it all the way out to the outside. Got to gather that thing up a little bit. Took a lot of angle, but he's right back in the throttle. Can't even hardly keep up with him here. You can see how much angle this car can get and rips that thing up the hill. Just like I said, everybody has got that turn on lock right there. The turn after the S is probably the third turn of this course. Look at that, getting the front wheels up in the air on the way up the hill. Great run from Jay there. So what's your vote for the Bronco here? Ah, look at that over there with the yellow again. Doesn't want to respect my man's green color, so that's all right. We'll leave it. We'll let it slide for now. Production system, we'll let it slide for now. We'll pick it up next month. We'll make sure it's got the right colors. Jay throwing down a heater of a run there. That machine is carrying some momentum for certain. See our next driver making their way to the burnout box there in the live shot up in the top right of your screen. That's going to be Louis making his way next. Let us know what you think about Jay's run here. About 20-25 seconds left on that vote. Yeah, but you can see right there in the replay, it just got a little out of shape on him. He was able to gather it back up, keep his forward momentum going, and head on back up the hill as that vote is coming to a close right here. And it looks like it is going to come out to a 3.4. 3.4 on the vote for Jay. Puts him good for the 8th spot right now. See if he's able to hold on to that as we make our way through competition here, as we bring ourselves back to the starting line in our live shot, and we are looking at Louis' machine here. Let me know, earlier on this evening he was kind of feeling a bit under the weather, but he was going to give it his best shot here today. So we're going to hope that he gets better soon, gets to be feeling better soon. Our race control man this evening, DK Greer, also not feeling super great, but he's sticking it out for us, being a big help in the race control position this evening. So big shouts out to these guys for being a part of our event. And this is a beautiful machine here that Louis has brought to show us here. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite liveries of all time that I've ever seen in CarX. I mean, this is an awesome looking machine to look, even showing a little bit of love to our channel right here on the back quarter panel. Appreciate Louis for that here. Appreciate him for being here. So we're not going to make him sit and wait around. We know he's not feeling great, so we're going to let him stamp the throttle down here and get after it with his run, and we'll see where he shakes out as we are getting close to our final spot. Ooh, a little bit of a lag there from him, but let's see if that's the only one he gets. Hopefully that's the only one he gets. Lots of angle around the hairpin here. Real smooth run through the S's here. Kicks that car over to head up the hill. Sticking right along the outside line there. Making his way all the way up. Using up every bit of this asphalt that he can here. Getting a little air there. Bringing it around to the finish. Great run from Louis there. Well, for somebody that's not feeling super great, man, watching that run, whew, he is doing an awesome job holding on to that car. You see that big lag kick right at the beginning of his run, but it didn't seem... Looks like no votes are coming through for our man Lewitt here. Not sure what's going on with that. Let's see if we can get a reset on that real quick. Hold on just a second. We're going to let the existing, because there is a vote running, but it did not seem to make its way to Twitch here. So we'll wait for that to take a quick reset here. And we'll try it one more time. You should have the vote in your chat now. Let me know what you got here. I do see him receiving scores, so it appears you can vote. My apologies for that. But I'll tell you one thing, for those of you that have been around with us for SLIDESTYLE here for a long time, you know we have definitely had our set of technical issues and things in the past as we have been developing our systems and getting everything to be where we want it to go. And to be able to quickly just reset and fire off a new vote like that and be able to get you guys input in on these drivers is a definite improvement. And I appreciate you guys bearing with us over the last year and a half as we've been developing these things kind of on the fly as we go here. And I appreciate everybody being along on this journey with us here. We're watching the replay of Lewitt's run here. A couple seconds left on this vote. Some stuff out of him with that S15 machine. Last couple seconds on the vote, coming down to it. What is it gonna be? And looks like he is also good. Popular number tonight, a 3.6. He is also good for the 3.6 here on his run. Great stuff out of Lewitt as we move on to Jason, our next driver here, repping T1 in this Ford Mustang racing machine. Beautiful, beautiful ride here. Great looking machine. Jason been coming out, hanging out with us every single practice this month. He has been working on this car day in and day out, trying to get it as perfect as he can get it for today's event. And I think he has got a good shot at throwing down a seriously good line here. So let's see what our man has got for us. As the horse is under the hood and the horse is on top of the hood in this Mustang machine. And boy, if this isn't a smooth run, one of the smoother runs we've seen all day. Look at how effortlessly this car is just gliding along this course, holding it right there on the white line all the way up the hill, sends it back over to the other side, maximizing the entire road here. Getting a little airborne. This is one of the smoothest runs we've seen all day. Look at that. What a... I told y'all he's been practicing. Look, he lost it at the end, but that's way past the finish. We're going to pay no attention to the thing that you've seen on your screen. No, he cleared the finish line, leveled that car out there at the end. Great stuff here. Vote coming at you on the way as we watch the replay of this run. Check out how smooth my man was running this time through. And the proof is in the replay here. I mean, you can just see how effortlessly this car drives along this course, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with once we get to the bracket as well. Because on the lead position, you can't ask for a better lead than that right there. So it's going to really put it on the chase driver there to do a great job of sticking with him. Seconds left on the vote here. Let us know what you think. Gonna be close here as he's battling over that top spot with Cruz here. Coming down to the last few seconds on this vote. Coming down to it, what's it gonna be? Looks like it's gonna be Jason with a 4.1, and he is gonna just squeak away the top spot from Cruz with that score. Great stuff out of Jason, taking over the top position. Great runs there, like I said, gonna be awesome to see in tandem competition. Malte making his way to the line. Multiple-time winner last season here in Slidestyle. You guys know this driver well, and you see he's got his blue Mustang machine out here as well. Beautiful looking ride here. Got it chromed out on the blue too up front. Looking good, looking good. Well, you guys already know what it is with Malte. You know he's going to throw it down and give it everything he's got here. So let's see him tear off the line here and give us his best Malte impression of how we know he runs these lines. Look at that car rip out to the side, about 90 degrees of angle. We got to get the slow motion of that when we go back to the replay. Good grief, my man did not come to play. Oh no, but it over-rotates on him. You see him flash the lights. That's him saying, ah, shit. Pardon my French there, but you know that's what he's saying. Makes his way up the hill, shows you what that car can do, and what he's going to be doing from here is giving you everything he can to try to convince you that he is deserving of a last chance qualifier spot. So he's looking to get your 2 or 3 star votes here, would be my guess. So let's see, we'll watch the replay here, see if we can catch what happened at the beginning of this run. And like I said, see if he can maybe get some favor with you guys at home to give him a shot at a last chance qualifier position. You can see there, just over-rotated on him. Oh, it went back from the beginning. Well, I tried to get fancy on it there. I wanted to run it back so we could see it again. But that's all right. We'll start from the beginning. We'll take a look here. Makes his way around the hairpin turn here, and I will slow it up as he comes through. You see that car, how much angle he's able to get. So we've got the slow motion here, and he whips it out to the side here. You see him a full perpendicular to the angle of that corner, and that car just didn't want to hold it and lost it there. Unfortunate, but you can see how great of a run he had the rest of the way through. So let us know what you think about Malte's run here. And maybe he will be able to make it in the last chance qualifier position here. Just a few seconds left on the vote for him. And that is going to put Malte at a 2.5, which does put him currently in 12th in the last chance position, tied with Kearney there. As we make our way back over, or not, as we make our way, there we go, back over on our live shot. I'm telling you, this thing doesn't want to listen to me this evening. I'm like, hey, we need to see Squid's machine. And OBS is like, nah, we want to keep watching our man Malte here. We know that the system is apparently playing favorites, as we can see. But we've got a Team Imperium ride here. Also, Damien's team as well. I forgot to mention that earlier. Damien, my apologies, buddy. Team Imperium here showing up with a couple drivers. Squidge Machine here looking beautiful. Check out the OYS there on his hood as well. Appreciate these guys showing love. But this right here is a beautiful looking racing machine. This is a Lamborghini Huracan, and boy, does it look like speed. This thing just looks fast, and it's got the livery hookup to show you what it's got here. Showing a little love on that back window as well, like I mentioned before. Very cool to see from these guys. But all right, we're going to see what this Lamborghini can do. I'm interested to see how this thing attacks the course. He's been doing great with it throughout practice over the last few weeks. So let's see what he's got for us today in qualifying competition. You can see how smoothly this car applies the power and can hold the angle. But let's see how it does on the way up the hill. Look how cleanly he makes it through the S's there. Heads up the hill. It's definitely carrying the speed. Let's see if it gets airborne with how light this machine is. Try to get the camera low as we can here. Gets a little bit of air, brings it on the inside. Different approach to the last couple corners of the course here. So we take a look at our replay. Got the camera kind of low so we could see if he got airborne, and we didn't see that he kind of got a different, like I said, a different approach on the line at the finish. So we'll see what that looked like here as he comes up the hill. Slow it down here. We'll see this car wants to, it'll unload the suspension a little bit here off the top of this hill and then cuts into the inside. He does great work keeping it off of that inside wall there to finish the line out. About 20-30 seconds left on this vote here. Let us know what you think about Squid's run. Getting down to it here, last few seconds. As you see in our live shot here, our next driver, P-Dub, getting ready to make his way to the starting line, and it's going to be a 3.4 for Squid. Puts him good for 10th spot. Which is going to leave Curdy and Malte as the two last chance drivers at this moment. So up next, we have last month's event winner here. And his blue Mustang machine is PWX. You always know our man P-Dub's go throw it down every time he's on the track for slide style. So we're going to see what he's got for us here today. Is he going to be able to chalk up another one in the win column? Let's see where he's going to qualify if he makes the bracket spot for tonight's main event. All the way around the outside, a different approach to the hairpin there. We're going to take a look at that on the replay, but he used up every inch of asphalt that he had available to him here. Look at him all the way out to the outside there, taking out a couple of signs. He says, we don't need any signs on this street. All the way up the hill, he gets that sign too. He's on a mission here to collect as many signs as he can. Will he get this one on the outside? Almost got it. Getting airborne with that Mustang machine, catching it up there, tagging the wall right at the end, taking out everything on this course. Great stuff out of P-Dub there. Let's see him take these signs out here. Watch this. Look, slow motion around the hairpin here. Sticks right on the edge of the asphalt all the way around. You want to talk about maximizing the course. That right there is how you do it. What a run out of P-Dub there. You want to talk about a slide style qualifying run. That's how you do it. So you guys let him know what you think. Appreciate everybody here hanging out with us this evening, participating in our event as drivers, and also those fans voting along at home. Love seeing the participation there, the votes coming through. A few seconds left here on P-Dub. Let us know what you think about him in the votes. It's coming down to it. What's it gonna be here? And it looks like P-Dub's gonna be good for a 3.9 that will just squeak him into 4th place. Over top of Damien. Good stuff. So we make our way back to our live shot here. Kind of overshooting the start line there a little bit is Foxy. You can see, look at his car. The Tire Tracks man got excited on him. He is hyped and ready to rock and roll here. Another Team SOG member. As we take a look at this beautiful livery design here. Loving this machine. Great stuff from our boy Foxy here. Look at him showing the wheels, sending it back and forth there. Awesome. Awesome looking 86 he's got here. And we're going to see if it drives as good as it looks. And knowing our boy Foxy, y'all have seen him around a ton. You know what he's going to bring to us here. Let's see what he's got. Off the line with that light 86. It's going to be able to carry the angle, but can he hold on to it? It looks like he can. Sends it way out there. Oh, similar to Jay earlier. Just kind of over-rotated a bit, but is able to very easily gather it back up, get back on the throttle, and sends it up the hill here. Brings it to the inside. He's going to look to trace the white line on the outside of this turn here. Will he get a little airborne with that light machine? Yeah, he does, and actually carries the speed. Oh, little lag there at the end, is able to hold on to that ride. So let's check out the replay here. It almost looked like he was going to spin out there at the end, but it was just the lag, thankfully, because we saw where the server reset and caught the actual position of that car. Fox absolutely bringing it today. We'll see here right at the end. He's taking that line approach where you get in deep on the second corner on the way up the mountain and then whip it all the way around the outside of the last 2 turns. I've seen a bunch of guys kind of taking that line approach, and I got to say, I dig it. Yeah, you saw the lag there at the end, so he was not spinning out absolutely at all. He had complete control of that car all the way through the finish. A little bit of a lag there. But this is going to be, well, the next to last run. So the next car up is going to determine the final spot in the last chance qualifier. And after those cars, we will be starting to knock people out of this evening's competition. You can see here Danny in the live view up in the top right, opting away from using the burnout box. He wants to bring this engine in a little cooler to try to maximize his horsepower. As there's just a few seconds left on the vote for Foxy here. Comes out to a 3.3. Gonna drop Foxy in 13th position. Good for the last chance qualifier as of right now. We'll see if that holds as our remaining drivers are here to qualify. Speaking of which, here is Danny in this beautiful Audi R8 machine here. Got the Gulf-inspired livery on this ride. awesome looking stuff here. Love what he did with his slide style windshield banner as well. But this right here is a purpose-built racing machine, and we are going to see what he... Look at that rear engine beautifully showcased there in the back windshield. And this machine is ready to rock. We've seen it earlier in practice this afternoon. He was putting down some heaters of runs with these guys as they were warming up. So it's going to be awesome to see what he's able to put down for a qualifying run. As he takes off the line here, and boy, you can see how quick this thing is. That's going to cause trouble for some guys when he's in the lead position, because he might be able to get away from him a little bit here. They might have to tighten their turn radiuses up to try to stick with him here, because boy, this thing is quick and it is holding the angle as well. Throttle control on point here. And look at him sending it all the way out. So much angle through that last corner there as he finishes the line out. And that vote is making its way to you now. Let us know what you think about it. And that Audi brings some speed. That's going to be something to watch later on in the brackets. As I said here, we are now going to be starting to bump people. So the last chance qualifier positions as of right now are filled up. So all the qualifiers after this are either going to bump somebody out of an LCQ position, or they will be out of competition themselves. About 30 seconds left here to get your vote in for Danny. Let us know what you think about his run. Great scores coming in here for Danny as it comes down to the last couple of seconds here. And that looks like it is going to put him. Everybody appreciates the speed that that car has got. That vote's going to give him a 4.3, taking over the top spot. Look at that. Danny with the R8 taking over the top position. Great work there from Danny. And we're going to see who is able, out of these last handful of drivers, to take over that position. We have 4 drivers remaining to qualify, and one of them being none other than your boy Kakumba. This is somebody we haven't seen in a slide style event in such a long time, but we are so glad he is here to join us this evening and hang out with all of his buddies here. Of course, we are all great friends with our man Kakumba here, and brought this beautiful design livery machine here, and he is going to absolutely throw it down with this S13 machine. Can't wait to see what he's bringing to us here. His race control is going to give him the green light, give him the go-ahead, and Kakumba is going to let her rip here off the starting line and head up the mountain here. Round 3 of slide style this season. About a perfect radius through that. That's one of the fastest passes through the hairpin we've seen all day. Look at this car. Just, you can hear the low gearing in it. He's able to hold the angle, but he's not screaming off the rev limiter. That means this car has got a lot more in it. Look at how smoothly he's able to pass through this course. Finally puts the throttle down all the way towards the end of the run. That was interesting. Let's take a look at the replay here. Listen to how low this car is geared. I haven't seen anybody else with a car set up quite like this one, but look at how quickly he's able to move through the hairpin. and the overall speed and momentum he's able to carry through the entire run. Awesome stuff here out of Kakumba. And it does look like, unfortunately and surprisingly, that is going to bump Maltese from today's bracket competition. I believe this is the first ever slide style event that Malte has not participated in the bracket. Unfortunately, turning that car sideways, and people were given the votes to try to squeak him into that last chance spot. I know I even called for it myself, and I'm supposed to be the unbiased viewer here. But that is how tight our competition is today. Our entire top 11 that's locked in is within 0.7 of each other from top to bottom, from first to 11th. It is so tight on the competition level this month. And it looks like it is going to come down to it for Kakumba. Gets a 3.9, puts him good for 5th place. What a run from him here. Awesome stuff from Kakumba. Love to see it. And we make our way back to our live view here, where we see the hardcore Mopar machine of Skull here in his Dodge Viper, looking beautiful with the silver, green, and blue. Loving this machine, and boy, does it bring some speed. Showing a little love on the back window there too. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of the love and support that these guys have given our channel over the years and being a part of these events. All right, so we are ready for Skull to fire his run off here. Let's see what he's got for us. And that thing tears off the line. Look at the speed that this Viper brings, and he's going to send it all the way around on the outside of the hairpin here. And just full throttle through the S's here. Look at how quick this, I'm having trouble keeping up. We'll stick with it all the way up the hill here, and you can hear that just low roar. That V10 engine in that Viper as he brings it around the end of the course. Look at how much speed. That's one of the fastest runs we've seen all day long. So let us know on the vote. Man, that car is quick. Boy, look at that thing flying through this course. Receiving word from Race Control about some things going on in the server. I will update you guys on that in just a minute. There's a few seconds left here on Skull's run. Let us know what you think. But man, I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting to see if he gets paired up against that Audi. Because boy, is that going to be a high-speed affair there. Can't wait to see that if we get the opportunity. But the last couple of seconds here coming down to it on Skull's run. Let us know your votes. And it's come down to it here. Looks like we're going to be a 3.4 for Skull, which drops him into 13th position. Awesome stuff there. As we come back to our live view here. So really quickly, before Wayne takes his run, going to update you guys on something. So remember I said earlier on that Lewis was not feeling well this evening, a little bit under the weather. He has withdrawn his qualifying position. He said he knows he's not feeling good and he would rather somebody else have the opportunity to take that position, so he has withdrawn his qualifying score. That has moved Bird into the 11th position. And our last chance qualifier spots currently are going to be Squid, Skull, Jay, Fox, and Curdy. But we have a couple of heaters left to come at you here. Wayne, of course, last season's champion and 5-time event winner, and the first event winner of this season. That's why you see his name there in gold. And DK, our gracious race control host this evening. So we want to wish let's all in the Twitch chat there. Let's wish a get well soon to our boy Lewis. Hope he's feeling better. And like I mentioned before, DK is feeling under the weather as well, but he has said he's going to stick it out with us today. So major props to both of those guys. Lewis, great qualifying run. Hope you feel better soon, buddy, and we'll get you in next month. But up next, we have our man Wayne. You all know what he's going to be bringing to the table. But we saw what happened to Malte earlier on. That car over-rotated on him, so we don't know if Wayne's car could do the same thing. You never know what could happen here. So we're going to find out together. Let's see if last season's champion, Wayne, is going to be able to crack off a run that could knock Danny off the top spot. He's got a 4.3. We'll be able to see if he can do it here. Massive angle here out of this Mustang machine. See how smoothly it tracks to the S's. Look how long he was able to hold on to that angle there at the end of the S's before transitioning back around, tracing that white line on the way up the hill. Quick transition over, gets the rear to the white line on the other side. Look at him just bouncing from outside line to outside line on this course. What a run from Wayne there. He's looking to go after that top spot for sure. And while we're looking at Wayne on our screen, you guys already know how sick of a run he had. So we're going to really quickly shift gears and a little self-advertising for a second. You can go to alexonyourscreen.com/merch and uploaded last night, brand new, fresh off the presses. You can get yourself Wayne's 2022 Slide Style Season Championship t-shirt. It is going to be available on this, well, it is available on the site right now. So head on over there, alexonyourscreen.com/merch. We'll take you to our channel merch store. There you can find designs not only for my stream, but also for Miss Rapid Fire Charlie as well. Slide Style, OCW, and of course that championship winning design of last season for Wayne. All available now on the merch store. Definitely go check that out. He had a big hand in helping design that as well, so major shouts out to Wayne on that. It's an awesome looking shirt. I'll be grabbing one myself, and of course I'll be sending one to Wayne as part of his championship prize for winning last season. Well, his vote has come down to it here, and it does look like it's going to be a 3.8 on your screen is going to put him good for 10th position this evening. So we are down to our very last qualifier. We save race control for the last spot to make sure that everybody has had their opportunity to get their qualifying run in, and it appears we have done that. So DK getting ready to make his run this evening, and then after that run is complete, the 5 drivers that are in the last chance qualifier position are all going to line up, and they're going to run one right after the other, and you guys are going to vote on which of those drivers is going to be filling out this bracket this evening. But first, we got to find out where DK is going to slot himself in, or if he's going to have to make a last chance qualifier run. So let's all find out together. DK, my man, Let it rip, my friend. Fires this beautiful Supra off the line here. You can see this awesome design done by our friend Tree here. Great looking car. That deep purple color with the skulls on the side. Gotta love it. And you can see how much angle he's able to get out of this Supra here. Tons of control over this machine. Having to put in a good amount of steering input to hold on to it there, but he's got a lot of horsepower kicking to those rear tires. Sending this thing up the hill here. Will he get a little bit of air here? Let's find out. Oh, he gets a little hop there, just a little hop as he finishes out his run. So for our very last qualifying vote, before we head into our last chance qualifier, let us know what you vote for DK here. You could definitely see that car has got the speed, it's got the angle, and DK's got his hands full holding onto it, but he's doing a great job of it there, keeping that car on angle, and it's going to do a great job in the chase position, having that amount of adjustability mid-run for sure. So get those votes in. Know what you think about our man's run here. Coming down to about 20 seconds left on it here. Beautiful looking design on that Supra too. The only Mark IV Supra in the event. We haven't had a Mark IV Supra in a slide style event for a long time either. We got a couple of fresh cars we haven't seen in a long time this evening. Great to see here. And that vote is coming down to the last second here. And it looks like it is going to be a 3.3, which is just going to squeak DK in to the last chance qualifier position here. As we take a look around the sites here at this beautiful facility here in the mountains of Japan, you can see there our last chance qualifiers: Bird, Squid, Skull, Jay, and DK. So those guys will be jumping into the server here and getting ready to make their last chance qualifier runs. As we're going to take a look at the calendar for this year's season right here. Of course, we are at the Mountain Toad course for round 3. In Red Ring, round 4, going to be April 28th, right here on our channel. Alex on your screen. Red Ring going to be round 4. We're going to head to St. Petersburg in the month of May. After that, Los Angeles coming at you in June. Springstone following that. And then there has been a change made. So you see there where it says in-ring is going to be August 25th. That has been swapped out for San Palezzo. There was a scheduling change there. So that will be updated heading into our event next month, both in the rules, the schedule on our Discord server, and of course here in our stream graphics. But previously we had scheduled to run in-ring, but there has been a swap made. So we will be at San Palezzo in August. We've been running that line quite a bit, actually, in our practice servers, having a good time. Round 9 going to be at Irwindale. That's in September. And then, of course, finishing out right back here in Japan on the legendary Ebisu Minami circuit. Have to finish the season off on a legendary course such as that one. As we're waiting for these drivers to get ready in the server, got to say one more time, thank you to everybody watching and voting along on these runs. We're going to give you another update on exactly how we're going to do this. So this is our last chance qualifier here. So you see Bird here on the starting line. This is going to be his single last chance qualifier run. So Bird is going to make a run. We're going to display the replay just like we always do, and then we're going to switch right over to Squid, and he's going to make his run, and we're going to do these 5 drivers back to back. And then you all are going to take a vote and decide which of these 5 drivers do you think deserves that last chance 12th position in the bracket heading into tonight's main event. So without further ado, let's see what our man Bird has got for us here for his last chance qualifier attempt. That BMW sending it all the way around the outside there, using up all of the asphalt on the course here. Oh, he's been watching these other drivers and taking cues from their line. You can see it, definitely a massive improvement over his previous qualifying attempt. Look at him sending it all the way out from white line to white line, all the way around this course, making sure he touches each one, getting a little airborne there. Can he hold on to it at the finish? Yes, he can. And a little victory 360 there at the end of boot. That is how you make a statement with your line here. So we'll take a look at Bird's last chance qualifier run. We'll watch this replay as the next car makes their way to the line. Man, well, I'm telling you, what an improvement there. So we'll watch one more time before we switch over to our next driver. Take your notes down maybe on what you think about this run. Kind of keep a vote in the back of your mind of what star rating you give it. But you see, like I said, he absolutely maximized the usage of the asphalt available to him on this line. Look at him going from outside of the course to outside of the course, all the way out to the white line, all the way around it, heading up the hill here, cutting all the way over to the other side, and look at sticking right on that white line, getting a little airborne there on that hump in the road for making his way back up. I'm telling you, man, what an improvement that run was right there. All right. Great stuff out of him here. Well, we are back to take a look at our man Squid hanging out here in this beautiful looking Lamborghini. So we're going to see what he's going to bring. He's got big shoes to fill there after Bird throwing down that run for his LCQ attempt. So let's see what Squid's going to bring us here. Bringing that Lamborghini power. You hear the backfiring out the exhaust there. Rear engine machine here. Kicking a ton of angle out there. You know it's going to bring the speed. Look at this thing flowing through the S's so smoothly. Sticks it all the way out there in the dirt, kicking up the dirt on the way around the outside of that turn. He looks like he's going to try to use up this course as well, getting up as much of that asphalt as he can. Huge speed finishing out this line. So take a look at that replay really quickly. Smooth run there from Squid. I would say also a marked improvement over his previous qualifying run as well. But it's going to be up to you guys at home. Is that going to be enough to knock Bird off of the top spot? You guys know me, always keeping an eye out for technical details and things like that. As we're watching this replay, we see the top 5 leaderboard at the bottom of your screen, which is nice to have. But as we're setting up for our last chance qualifying vote here, it'd be kind of nice to have the 5 last chance qualifying drivers in those positions there as a little bit of a reminder for everyone. So maybe that's something we can work on for next month as we head to Red Ring. We're going to work our way back over to the starting line as Skull is ready to rock and roll here with this Viper machine. We're talking about bringing speed. Well, we're going to see this machine bring some speed here for his last chance qualifying attempt. Oh, a little bit of a lag there. Doesn't seem to have affected. That may have been on our side of the. Oh, big lag there. Big connection problems here. We're gonna let him come back around and run that one more time. Just major connection issues there for him. Unfortunate. We'll let him come back around and do it again. Hopefully, Race Control is able to get the word over to Skull before he leaves the server. But we will hang out here at check out the beautiful skyline here we have. Look at the mountain right here above our starting line. I hear a car rolling around in the distance. Here comes Skull again. He did get the message. All right, he's back at the line here, so hopefully we can get off a clean run here, and it doesn't do that one to us again. He is ready to rock and roll here. You see him wiggling his wheels. Says, all right, let's try it one more time. Off the line here. Absolutely cooking it with this Viper machine, and knock on wood, but it looks like the network is looking to help us out a little bit more this time, carrying some angle with that big machine. That V10 power, you can absolutely hear it as well. Look at the angle he gets there at the finish and is able to, almost lost it. He spins it around there. Takes the sign out, but doesn't hit the wall. We'll take one more look at that one. As you see the speed he's got off the line here. Yeah, much better that time on the networking side of things, that's for sure. Great smooth run here out of Skull for his last chance qualifier attempt. You could see he may have done that last 360 on purpose there. It was just a little bit more to the right than I think he wanted. We'll take one more look at it here before we switch back to our next LCQ driver. Great work holding on to the outside on that uphill there. It looks like every driver seems to be really fond of that spot. Finishes out his run here, and we come back over and take a look at our next machine, which is gonna be Jay here. This beautiful black and green machine. You already know what Jay is all about. Gotta love the black and green. Powered by the haters, ain't that the truth? And maybe another message on here on the roof for somebody that may need to see it. You know, you never know. Just saying, you never know what might be going on there. Love our man Jay here. All right, well, let's see what he's got for us in his last chance qualifier run. He is the 4th out of 5 drivers to make a last chance qualifying attempt. DK is going to be up next, and then the vote is coming to you guys. Which of these 5 drivers do you think should fill out the final bracket position for the top 12 this evening? Jay taking that R35 nice and smooth through the course here. Looking good on the way up the hill. Does he get a piece of the wall? Oh, unfortunately. Look, take out all of those signs. He's going to carry a few with him. He wanted to bring something away with him, take a souvenir home. Wow, he's going to throw it down as a parting gift on the way out the end of this run here. Watch the replay of that one. Unfortunate getting into the wall, taking those signs down. But hey, like I said, taking a souvenir with him there. And just right there, just the tail of the car catching the wall. Grabbing a hold of those signs. We'll let it loop back around and give it one more watch here. And we'll see if we can't pinpoint exactly what it was that caused him to get into the wall there. unfortunately, that will probably put a pin in his last chance qualifier attempt here. You can see the amount of angle he had coming out of the S's. I think that may be what it was. He had so much angle coming out of the S's, he wasn't able to get the radius right headed into this uphill turn. And that's what sent him into the wall here. But look at how he's got the signs there stuck in the rear wing. Bouncing him off his wheel wells and everything, kicking it off in the air. Great run out of Jay nonetheless. We are down to our final last chance qualifier driver. It has been Bird, Squid, Skull, Jay, and now finally down to DK in this beautiful black and purple machine. Gotta love our man DK for pulling double duty tonight, running competition and race control, so we appreciate him for that. So here is his last chance qualifier attempt. Let's see what he's got for us here in this Mark IV Supra. You can hear the throttle control, man. That thing has got the power in it. Oh no, it spins around on him. Oh man. Unfortunate. The FRFO boys both having unfortunate incidents here in their last chance qualifying runs. We'll see the rest of the run here on the way up the hill. As we take a look at the final replay of our last chance qualifier before we put it to a vote. See there, it just over-rotated on him. Makes his way up the hill here, so we'll go on ahead. Switch over to our hard cam here. Take a look at the beautiful shots around. Mountains of Japan here. And we are going to fire off our last chance qualifier vote. That vote is in the chat now. Which driver do you want to see move on to take over the last position in the bracket? For this evening. As the remainder of our top 11 get ready to make their way into the server. So far, it looks like our pairings for this evening are going to be Danny versus whoever wins the last chance qualifier vote right here, with Bird currently having a commanding lead, but you still got a couple minutes to get your votes in here for the last chance qualifier. PWX going to be facing off against Damien. That is going to be a hell of a pairing. Flyers facing off against Theory. Those two have been doing great work together in practice. Cannot wait to see that run. Cruz versus Wayne. Boy, we have got some pairings here. I can't get over this. Kakumba versus Chally and Jason versus Shreds. These are all potential final showdown runs that we're getting in the very first round of competition this evening. You can't ask for much more than that. The vote is coming down to it here. And it does look like Bird gonna come away with that final spot, and he will be facing off against Danny here. So Danny versus Bird on the very first pairing. As we take one last look at our qualifying scoring this evening. You can see there, taking over the top spot and winning the prize for the top qualifier is going to be Danny with a 4.3. Jason coming in with a 4.1. Cruz also 4.1. Flyers with a 4.0 even. Kakumba 3.9. PWX same score. Damian as well. Chally coming in with a 3.8. So was Theory and Wayne. And Shreds rounding out the top 11 that are locked into the bracket with a 3.6. And then there you see it. Bird with his last chance qualifying vote winner. And he is getting that car loaded back into the server right now. So as we wait for these guys, we will pull our bracket up for you. And we're going to go over what the bracket competition of SLIDESTYLE is all about. It is a 12-driver single elimination bracket. Winners are decided by fan vote. So after the runs are complete, you guys are going to vote on which of these drivers moves forward in competition. The rounds are as follows. Breakout round is the first round, going to be 6 winners moving forward. The eliminator round, 4 winners move forward. And the math may not check out on that. We'll get to that in just a minute. The contender round is going to have the 2 winners that move on to the final showdown. The tiebreakers of the breakout and eliminator round are going to go to the lower seed driver. So there's a little bit of an underdog effect built into the system. If there is a tie, the lower seeded driver moves on to the next round. That's for that underdog effect. We kind of like how that's been working for us so far this season. That's brand new for 2023. And then in the contender and showdown rounds, a tie is going to be a one more time run. Now, speaking of the eliminator round having an odd number of winners there, the redemption run is the 3 drivers that do not move forward from the eliminator round are going to go to a vote, those 2 highest voted drivers. So you guys are going to pick your favorite of those 3. The 2 highest voted are going to face off against each other for that final redemption spot. So really quickly, as we take a look here at our starting line this evening, our launch procedure for these events is a little bit different than any other drift event you have ever seen before. The chase car is going to be lined up, as you see Bird here slightly to the right. He's actually underneath our graphic here, but he's going to be over on the right or on the left side. He's on the right side of your screen. He's on the left side of the track, and he is going to be in the chase position. He's slightly ahead of the lead car here. What he's going to do is he is going to roll forward first. He is in control of the start of this run after race control gives the go-ahead. The chase car is the control car. After he is rolling, the lead car will overtake that position, and then both cars will initiate into the first turn together, and if done properly, should lead to a perfect side-by-side first initiation into the first turn of the course. So, all that being said, I believe it is time for us to kick off bracket competition tonight. Let's get some love in the chat. Let's see some W's. Let's see some hype, some emotes in the chat. What do you guys think? Are y'all ready for some drift action this evening the way that only SLIDESTYLE can bring it to you? All right, well, we are ready to rock and roll here. Danny's going to be on the lead first. Bird going to be taking over the chase position, and then they will switch when they come back around. Let's see what these 2 are going to bring to us here as they are ready to fire off the line. They let each other know that they're ready to go. You see Bird start rolling ahead first. Danny on the throttle. Here these guys go into the first turn. Bird kind of losing ground a little bit there. Oh, it was a lag. He was right on him the whole time. We just couldn't see it. And you see him there sticking right on the rear of Danny, losing a little ground through the S's here. We talked about it earlier. That Audi is quick. And you can see another big lag there from Bird, still behind Danny here on the way up the hill. Great job managing that angle, but major connection issues here for Bird. We may have to see about rerunning this one because that was pretty rough there. So we'll take a look at it here as we go to the replay. We're waiting to hear from Race Control if these guys are going to want to have a rerun on that one. And you can see Bird there just kind of rolling. That means he's in communication with DK and Race Control as well. Our officials are checking it out here. We'll see if they want another shot at that one because Bird had some definite. You can see the lag in our replay here was all over the place. And on your screen, you see Danny's lining up. Well, he was lining up in the lead position, now moving over to the chase position. A live angle up in the top right here. We'll see what these guys think. Bird's coming over to line up in the chase. I think he's good to go. We'll wait to receive official word. And I am hearing word that these guys are going to rerun here. So you see live, we'll come back to our live shot. You see Danny repositioning into the lead spot here. Bird's going to go for another rerun here. Hopefully his network is a little bit more friendly to him on this run here. So that first run doesn't count. We're going to throw that one away. Danny going to be in the lead here for these guys' first run. Bird on the chase. These guys are ready to rock and roll. Let's see what they've got. Hopefully the internet is a little bit more friendly to us on this one. Bird rolls off here. Definitely got a lot more speed off the line that time. Going to get in the door here of Danny right across there, quick on the transition across the rear bumper, staying right up on his front wheels all the way around here. Oh, big contact there. I think Bird was too far up. And now Danny able to take off, but Bird diving right back into it here. Staying right there on the door, Danny on the way up the hill. Look at how close he is, able to surge all the way up to that front wheel. Does it again through the final turn of this run as they cross the finish. Now that was worth a rerun right there. As we take a look at our replay, these guys are going to switch up positions and go after it again. You see that little contact there. That was definitely, Bird was too far up on the side and was unable to anticipate that transition in time there to get back behind Danny. Danny did a great job of not letting that affect the attitude of his car at all. And then Bird, knowing he made a slight mistake there, I mean, cooked every bit of the rest of that run. We'll watch it one more time here. Like I said, you'll see here, we'll give it the slow motion here. You see how far up on the inside of the turn here Bird is. And as this transition comes over, you can see he couldn't get back behind Danny quite fast enough there. And as he was hard on the brakes, that slowed him up quite a bit. Danny starts to run away, but then look at this. Bird shooting right back in. You see him on the brakes there to make sure he doesn't collide. And then he stayed glued right to Danny on the way up to the finish here. I tell you what, this is going to be an awesome battle here as we're going to have Bird on the lead, Danny on the chase. Can't wait to see how this one comes out here as these guys go for their second run. They say they're ready up. They're good to go. Danny rolls forward. Picture perfect start here from these guys as they launch in. Danny staying right there, saying, now is he going to give the room? He does. No contact there on the transition. Danny staying smooth in that chase position. Able to stay right on the door here, but Bird kind of cuts to the inside there. Is Danny going to be able to shoot back up here? Bird all the way out, gets that sign, was all the way out to the outside wall. Danny is able to manage and stay right with him here as they come through the finish line. What a run, bro. What a pair, both of those runs. Awesome stuff. Get your votes in now. Got about a minute and a half left. As we watch through these replays, make your decision what you think. Bird doing a great job after initiating a little bit of contact there on that first run. Not able to slot back behind Danny there and was able to drive right back to him. And then on the lead, like I said, cut in a little bit to the inside there, but that's the interesting part of slide style competition is the focus of these runs is really on the chase car and their ability to anticipate what the lead car is going to do. And I would say that Bird didn't do anything there that was, you know, chopping off the nose of Danny's car or anything by any means. He just took a slightly different approach to heading up the mountain as we saw in qualifying. And Danny did a great job not making contact with him there because you can see he wasn't quite prepared for it on the way up here. You see him start to move to the inside and Danny's like, oh, all right, well, this is where we're going. And transitions back over and pushes right back up to the door of Bird, as you can see here. So great runs from both of these guys. Let us know on the vote. Last couple of seconds here. Coming down to it before we move to our next pairing. And that vote is coming down, and it does look like it is going to be Bird moving forward onto the next round over Danny. Great runs from both of these guys. As we come back to our live shot here of these two twin machines here, blue, black, and white Mustangs, P-Dub and Damien side by side. Awesome looking machines here. Can't wait to see what these two are going to bring for us in their pairings. Great stuff out of Danny and Bird there. Way to kick off our freestyle tandem action this evening here for Slide Style Round 3. P-Dub and Damien ready to fire off their run here. They flash each other lights, let each other know they're good to go. These two, they know each other well. They drive against each other in not just slide style, but in various other events around the CarX community. They know each other too well, and you can see that on display here as they are almost in constant contact with each other throughout the hairpin. And look how close they are. Transitioning through on the way up the hill, you see Damien there is in the chase position. I know they have similar cars. Look for the 802 on the roof of P-Dub. Damien staying so close on the chase here. Driving up to the front wheels here as they come through the final turn and finish out the course together. Great stuff there from these two. Like I said, the 802 on the roof is what you want to look for. That's going to be PWX's machine. These drivers are having a little fun making their way back to the start. You can see it in the live shot there. But man, Damien all over the doors and rear bumper of P-Dub here. With P-Dub putting down a solid lead. We always, like I say, we focus hard on the chase and how they operate in that secondary position. But if you watch P-Dub on his lead here, I mean, you can't ask for a more smooth and predictable lead out of P-Dub here. Great stuff here. Man, what awesome runs out of these guys. We'll come back to our live shot here. We see these guys lined up. Damien taking over. They say they're ready to rock, man. They say they're ready to go. Damien going to be in the lead position here. Like I said, that 802 on the roof is what you're looking for in the chase spot. That's going to be PWX. These guys are ready to go. They're going to rock it off out of here together side by side into that first turn. A quick transition into the hairpin. You see P-Dub stay in there. Front bumpers lined up together. Damien looking to get a little bit of the speed on the transitions through the S's, not able to do so. P-Dub is going to stay right there on the door. Look, knocking on the door a little bit on the way up the hill. Damien, a little bit of lag there. Hopefully it didn't seem to affect their run at all on the way up. And they're door to door. P-Dub pushing Damien through the finish. Awesome stuff there. as we take it to a vote. This is too close to call even for me here. Whew. Great stuff here. The winner of this pairing going to be moving on to face Bird in the eliminator round. You already know that's going to be a great pairing as well. Either way, the vote's going to be close here. Let us know who you think, P-Dub or Damien, moving on to the eliminator round. See in our live shot, Flyers, Theory in the burnout box, getting ready to throw down on their runs here as we're watching Damien and P-Dub go after it here. I can't believe we get 6 finals level runs, right, one after the other for our breakout round. Some of the closest competition we have ever had in a slide style event. Can't thank all these drivers enough coming out here and being a part of our events and coming to all of our practices and hanging out, having a good time, but honing their driving skill and their vehicles tuning setup to be able to put on such an incredible show for us all this evening. That vote is coming down to the last couple of seconds. Who's it gonna be between P-Dub and Damien? And it looks like Damien, with 8 votes, gonna come away with the win over P-Dub and move on to the eliminator round. Awesome, awesome stuff from both of these drivers. As we come back to our live view here and we get a shot of another blue, black, and white Mustang machine lined up against the yellow and black Mustang of Flyers here. It's going to be Flyers versus Theory. Flyers going to be on the first lead here. And this is shaping up to be an awesome pairing here. Flyers he was looking to take the top spot for qualifying. Just edged out by just a little bit by Danny here. So we're going to see what he's got for us on his first lead for their pairing. So much angle headed into the hairpin here. And you see Theory matching it all the way through. Front tires together here. He is able to back off of the transition here. That is a tough point. Flyers with so much angle all the way to the outside of this course, using up every bit of asphalt on this track. Cuts it to the inside here to be able to use up all of the outside on the way up the hill as well. Super close on the transition is Theory as they come through the finish side by side. What runs we've had this evening so far. Like I said there, same as that first run there, Flyers moving to the inside, I think a little bit early than Theory anticipated, and just perfectly transitioned across the rear to stay right on the door. That was about as picture perfect as a run as you can ask for from both of these drivers, lead and chase. We'll take one more look at it here before they switch positions. See that little love tap there to the front end from Theory, and man, swinging back and forth through the S's, and you can see how close in proximity Theory was all the way through, matching that angle perfectly on the way up the hill. Like I said here, knew to get back behind him quickly and drive right back up to the door on the way up the hill. Another wicked close transition as they make their way through to the finish. So we are back live here on the starting line. It is going to be Theory in the lead position now. to see what happens on the flip side of this run with Theory on the lead. Mr. Consistency, you know he's going to put down about a perfect lead run. What's Flyers going to do in a chase position? Got his work cut out for him here. Carrying the speed, matching the angle, giving a little door thump to Theory of his own, trying to match Theory's chase run here. So far doing it. Driving all the way in, front bumper to front bumper on the way up the hill here, matching the angle here. Theory staying on the inside of that second turn to make his way up the hill so that he can maximize the angle all the way around the outside. And Flyers not letting him go anywhere, staying with him all the way through the finish. As the vote is coming your way in the chat, who's going to move on to the eliminator round here? Oh, that's going to be a close one. I do not envy you guys having to vote on these runs. Man, I'm just sitting back watching these runs. I could watch these guys do this all day. What great stuff out of Flyers and Theory here. About a perfect lead from both drivers, so it really comes down to the chase and who you guys think did a better job in the chase position here. Last couple seconds coming down to it, about 20 seconds left on the vote here. What's it going to come down to? Going to be close here, but between Flyers and Theory, it does look like it is going to be Flyers coming away with the win. You see it turn green. It's official. Flyers moving on. Knocks out Mr. Consistency Theory, and he will be moving on to the next round of competition. Awesome, awesome runs there. As we bring our way back to our live view here, and you see this pairing is set to be Cruz versus Wayne. However, unfortunately, there is no Cruz. Hopefully everything is okay in his side of things. Race Control has been trying to get a hold of him. Of course, he was here for all of qualifying, and unfortunate, not sure what's going on with him, but like I said, we love our boy Cruz. Hopefully everything on his end is okay. Maybe he's just having some technical issues. So unfortunately, we are going to have to go for a bye run. That is something that actually is specified in our regulations, that if you are not at the starting line when it is your run for the breakout round, it is going to be a bye run. And then, of course, for the following rounds, we would assume you're already in the server, so it's not really as much of an issue. But for the breakout round, if you are not on the line, it is going to be a bye run for the opposing driver. So, of all people, you know I love my boy Wayne, but for all people that it's got to be a bye run for, Wayne, of course, is going to get a freebie to move on to the next round, but he's going to be facing off against Flyers in the eliminator round. Can't wait to see it. So, we're going to get his bye run fired off. Well, and it's a good thing, too, because you see a little bit of lag that Wayne had there. Not sure if it affected him, but we definitely saw it on our side, so it's a good thing. But look at him dancing. He's dancing in the server. My man's spinning 360s around. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Get him off our screens. And he knows we're going to have to show a replay of this, too, because that's how we load up our next couple of drivers in the server. Look at this guy. Come, there ain't nobody want to watch you doing these no 360s. Get out of here. Oh, man. All right. Well, we'll watch a quick replay here of Wayne dancing and doing 360s and stuff like that. We'll get our next couple drivers up, ready to rock and roll here as quickly as possible. As we watch Wayne dance around, unfortunate crew's not able to make it for his run. But up next, we're going to have Kukumba facing off against Chally. Two of my favorite people, man. So excited to see this run going down. These guys are making their way to the line. All right, that's enough of Wayne dancing. Let's come on back over here to where the action's at. So we're going to go on and hard set our system to Wayne having that by-run victory there. There you see it. He will be moving on into the eliminator round. So now, Kukumba facing off against Chally. Boy, are we in for a treat on this one. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get some tandem drifting action going on. Kukumba on the lead, Chally on the chase. Can't wait to see what these guys have in store. Great start from these two as they make their way down into the hairpin here. Chally getting that horsepower down to drive up to the front of Kukumba's S13 here. Kukumba's going to carry that speed. He's got that light machine through the S's. But Chally's got that horsepower, going to get right back to him, not going to let him go anywhere. Takes the inside line here to try to make sure he's right with Kukumba on the way up the hill. Had to adjust a little bit to get back behind him, but now making the quick transitions and staying tight to the rear bumper of Kukumba on the way up the hill. As we watch the replay here. Guys are making their way back around the starting line here as we watch the replay. I'm telling you, it's definitely a mismatch here on the cars for certain. The light S13 JDM machine facing off against the big Mopar heavy boy in that Dodge Challenger. So it's interesting to see here. You see the limitations that Chally had kind of working against him, being in the chase position against a much lighter, more nimble vehicle, but that script is going to be flipped here as they come back around. Chally's going to be in the lead position here, and is he going to be able to use that Mopar horsepower to just drive away from Kukumba here? So we'll have to see if Kukumba is able to stay on the door of Chally as they make their way back around here. They are back at the starting line. We'll take one more look at this run here before we come on back around to watch these guys go at it one more again. You see there at the bottom of your screen, the eliminator round starting to shape up here. Bird going to be facing off against Damien. Flyers facing off against Wayne. So the first of the last pairing going to be decided here on this next run. Beautiful shot of these guys all the way up the hill here. Such a unique course we have. How often are you drifting uphill? It's not something you see every day. Great stuff here as we switch back to our live view. We see Chally ready and waiting in the lead position. These guys ready to put it down here. Kukumba rolls forward. They let each other know they're good to go. Chally says, all right, let's do it. Sends big angle into the first transition into the hairpin here, cutting the hairpin in quickly. And like I said, it's that horsepower. Kukumba's going to have to do a lot to stick with him all the way up to the door here. Can he make the transition? Sliding across the rear bumper on both transitions is Kukumba here. Chally all the way out in the dirt, holding on to that car. Kukumba seemed to, oh, what happened to Kukumba there? Seemed to have maybe the wrong gear. We'll have to catch it on the replay here. Like Kukumba just lost power there. Not sure what happened. As we are going to go to our vote here, let's take a look on the replay first, though, and see what happened. super wicked close on these. Look how close on this transition here. Coming across the rear bumper. I mean, so close. Gets right up to him here, and then wicked close back on this one as well. And then on the way up the hill, you see Charlie to the outside, but then I think Kakumba caught the wrong gear. Because you see that car just, the power died out right in the middle of that turn. We'll take another look at it with them on their way around. But yeah, you see right here, he's got the wheel spin, the rear wheel spin, and then all of a sudden he was on the brakes as well. I think he may have meant to downshift and maybe upshifted. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Is the vote still got about 30-45 seconds left on it here? The vote is so close here. Last couple of votes coming in. We can see it as people are watching this replay, trying to figure out what happened with Kakumba's machine there. He is able to get back to Charlie by the end of the run, though. There's about 15 seconds left if you haven't made your decision yet. And keep in mind, if it is a tie, it does go to the lower seed driver, which in this case is going to be Charlie. Last few seconds here. Get your votes in. What's it going to be? And there you have it. It is a tie, and that means the lower seed driver, the underdog rule, in effect. Charlie coming away, moving on to the eliminator round. It couldn't be any closer. So glad to have Kakumba back in slide style competition. Appreciate you guys, man. Great runs out of both of those cars. And here we have our final pairing of the breakout round. It's gonna be Jason facing off against Shreds here. Can't wait to see this one. These guys have been bringing it all day long, and I know it ain't gonna stop right now. These guys are ready to fire off the line here. Oh, little hesitation there on the start, but that's all right. They get it gathered up. They start side by side. Great start actually from these two after a little bit of a wonky one there. Perfect start from these two through the hairpin side by side. Shreds matching the angle here. Jason on the smooth lead here. You see Shreds slinging it in there, maintaining that angle all the way through. Jason opting to head to that outside line. Shreds like, I can do that. Kicks right over on the close transition there. Sends it all the way back up, and he's headed right for the door on the way through the finish. Great runs out of these two. Beautiful Team Sync livery there for Shreds. Loving that ride. Repping for the squad, of course. Love seeing these guys and they're representing their drift teams here. A little bit of forward racing action on the side of Jason's machine. Look how close on those transitions Shreds was able to get. Watch this one more time before they switch positions here. Shred's going to be in the lead up next. What a smooth lead from Jason here. So simple on the wheel inputs, just keeping it smooth, keeping it simple all the way through. Giving Shreds like the perfect canvas to paint on. We come back over and see these guys. They're lined back up here, ready to go. And that is going to be Shreds on the lead for this second run here. Let's find out who's going to be the final driver to move forward to the eliminator round and face off against Charlie. Let's get it going. They let each other know they're ready to go. Jason starts moving. Shreds says, let's get it. And off into the first turn they go. Look at the angle he's able to put down. But Jason staying right with him there. Perfect transition. Can't wait to see the replay of that. Another wicked close. You could have swiped a credit card between those two cars. Oh, Jason sent it in there a little deep. He's going to have to recover here as Shreds heads up the hill, and Shreds sees this opportunity. He says, I got to get out of here. You can see him taking the smoothest line he can, but that forward power coming in that Mustang was able to drive almost all the way back to him. But Shreds saw exactly what he needed to do there. He could look in the rearview mirror, see that Jason was kind of fading back a little bit after he overshot that one turn just a slight bit. And boy, did he rocket on up out of there, up the hill. Great runs from both of these guys. Let us know what you think on the vote. See if we can't get the slow motion here on this first transition. Look at how much angle Shreds throws in before he heads into the hairpin. And then look how close Jason is. They make their way around here, and then look at this transition as well. Look how close, getting on the brakes there, and then whew, just barely making his way back behind. Now what happened here is they made their way up. You could see how hard Jason sends it in there, and on the brakes trying to keep it off. You see the wheels at full lock, trying to keep it off of Shred's door there. And Shred sees him fading back, says, I gotta get out of here, and puts the pedal to the metal. About 30 seconds left on that vote. Let us know who you want to see be the final driver facing off against Charlie in the upcoming Eliminator round. All right, last few seconds here on that vote, but it does look like Shreds has a commanding lead. And that is going to be it. Shreds is going to be that last driver moving on to the Eliminator round. Great runs though, Jason, great stuff. Great work from all of these drivers. Unfortunate to those that didn't make it to the Eliminator round, but thank you so much for being a part of our event today. So much fun watching you guys make your runs. But we are back to our live shot here, and we have moved on to the Eliminator round. You can see on your screen now Bird ready to face off against Damien. He is in the lead position. But you see there on the left side of your screen, our scoring panel, the redemption round down at the bottom. So in the Eliminator round, the drivers that do not make it through to the contender round off of these runs, those three drivers are going to go to a vote when it's all said and done. And you guys at home are going to pick your favorite driver of those three, which driver you want to see have a shot at redemption and moving into the contender round. So let's not hold up anymore. We've got Bird, we've got Damien. And these guys ready to rock and roll. Start here from Damien rolling forward. Bird gets the great launch. Good angle headed into this first hairpin here. Little tap there from Damien. Holding the angle out is Bird, though. That car can get so far sideways, maximizing this course. Like I said in his last chance qualifier run, he saw what these other drivers are doing and fully adapted to it. Look at how he's maximizing every bit, and Damien not letting him get out of his sight for a second, staying right with him here, shooting to the inside. Oh no, but spinning around there at the end of the run. We'll take a look at the replay and see if we can catch what happened with Damien's ride. See as they come around here on the way up the hill. Like I said, such a smooth run from Bird here. Cuts to the inside, and Damien makes his way up. I think he had to grab, he had to grab the brake there. So as they come across, we'll take a slow motion look at that last part at the end there, but as they come across the transition on the way up the hill, Damien had a head of steam, had to grab the brake a little bit, but when he did that, his car went airborne over that bump in the road. As you'll see here coming up in just a second, you'll see him on the brake pedal. You'll see those tail lights lit up, but watch here as they make this next transition. You'll see Damien's brake lights lit up. You see how the momentum, he's coming into the side of Bird. He doesn't want to hit him. His brake lights are lit up, but his car was in the air. So he had to make a heavy adjustment here and had to drive it hard to the finish. So he takes the inside line, but look how hard he sends it. And he knows he's going to get into Bird here, grabs the handbrake, grabs the foot brake. So now Bird is going to have his work cut out for him here on the chase. He just has to make no mistakes, and Damien has to have a perfect run and hope that he can somehow have Bird make a mistake and give him a shot at moving on. Otherwise, it's going to come down to the possible redemption vote. So let's find out what's going to happen here as these two drivers get ready to head off for their second run. Oh, Bird not able to get the angle that he wanted right there off the start, able to gather it back up there. Damien kind of helped him send it over a little bit, but he's got the speed and he's staying right in the tire tracks of Damien here on the way up the hill. Great angle here from Damien, and Bird matching it all the way up, doing a great job to anticipate Damien's moves on the way up the hill here, staying right with him all the way through. And as I said, no mistakes. Great runs there from both of these guys as we go to our replay here. Bird doing a great job of mirroring every move that Damien made there. And getting to the finisher, you could see the horsepower in Damien's car. He was starting to pull away there at the finish, but Bird knew he just had to play it conservative, just had to hang on there. Yeah, and you see there right at the beginning of the line, Bird's car didn't seem to want to cut in on that first transition, or maybe he didn't expect Damien to have such a head of steam coming in there so early. Maybe he was just going to try to glide through the transition and then jump into the angle on the hairpin. And Damien said, "No, sir, we are sending this thing, man." We'll catch it one more time on the replay here. I'll try to get the slow-mo on it. We'll watch here as these guys fire off the line. Slow motion here, because this was a beautiful start from between both of these guys. I want to see it all in all its glory. But you see Damien cuts in so much angle there. Bird wasn't even, he was like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. And does a great job holding on to his ride and then, you know, getting right back to Damien here and sticking with him all the way through that run. Great stuff. And coming down to it here, well, it looks like Damien's going to come away with the win on the vote there. Not sure what drift event you guys are watching, but that's part of how we do it with Slide Style. It's all up to the viewers watching along at home to get their votes in to let us know who they want to see move forward. And it looks like they want to see Damien moving on into the contender round. Well, that's all right. Bird will have a shot at a redemption run there. As we come back into our live shot here, we're taking a look, or not. There we go. We're taking a look at Flyers and Wayne sitting here on the start line. And like I said, Bird not out of it yet. We'll have a shot at a redemption run here, so don't go anywhere. Flyers and Wayne ready to face off here. Of course, Wayne only had that bye run, has not had really a warm-up tandem run in this event so far, and Flyers has had one of those. So we're going to see what goes down between these two as they are ready to take off here. We'll find out who wins the second pairing of the Eliminator round. Perfectly matching each other's angle on the way into the hairpin here, holding on to it. Wheel to wheel there is Wayne on the chase. You know there's no one better in the chase position here. And Wayne staying right with him all the way around. On the way up the hill, all the way up to his door, just barely doesn't touch him, but is right there sticking with him all the way through, carrying the momentum all the way up to the front wheel. Front bumpers touching here as they come through on the finish. Awesome stuff there. Picture perfect runs from these two, and Flyers given about as smooth and predictable of a lead as you can ask for. You saw a little bit of a skip there, a little bit of a lag, but it didn't seem to affect either driver. So we'll watch this run one more time. You see Wayne there working the foot brake to make sure he maintains perfect proximity on Flyers' car. They're doing his best to match the angle. Boy, did Flyers give him a lot of angle. Coming around the top of the hill here, we'll head back into our live view where Wayne going to be in the lead position here. We're going to see what these guys have got for us on the flip side of things. Great first run. Let's see what their second run comes out looking like. Much like Damian there, Wayne sending so much angle. Off the first turn into the hairpin, you see Flyers letting him know, oh, I'm still here. So close on that transition through the S's. Another close one, taps the back bumper there, says I'm still here. Matching the angle on the way up the hill here. Another close transition incoming, yes sir. All the way out to the outside. Oh, Flyers gets a piece of the wall, takes a couple signs with him, says that's all good. I'm still here. Flashing their lights as they come through the finish. And that vote is on its way to you along with the replay. I'm telling you, some of these guys, that first little kink left-hand turn before it heads into the hairpin. Some guys treat that as just kind of a setup to the transition into the hairpin, and some of these guys treat it like it's its own turn. Wayne and Damian absolutely doing that here. Man, it is a beautiful sight seeing these cars tearing this line absolutely apart. You see Flyers there using up every bit of the course. About a minute left on this vote. Get your votes in. Let us know what you think. Who needs to move on to the contender round here. About 20-30 seconds left on this vote for you to let us know. Coming down to the last few seconds here on the vote, and it looks like Wayne has a pretty commanding lead here on that one. No need to fear, though. Flyers going to be available for the redemption round vote coming up here in just a little while. Wayne moving on to the contender round. And he will be facing off against Damian. That is going to be a wild one right there. Well, we're going to come back to our live shot here. And we are looking at Chally and Shreds. Boy, is this going to be a matchup. Chally going to be on the lead. Shreds holding on in that S15 in the chase position. Let's see who is going to be the last driver moving on to the contender round before we head into redemption. So much angle from both of these cars. Chally over in the dirt, able to hold on to that machine. The angle that he gets out of this thing, unbelievable. On the way up the hill here, still got the rear tires in the dirt. Bringing a sign with him. He's got a souvenir. Taking it along, and of course Shreds matching him every step of the way here. And look at him driving him all the way up to the front tire here as they come through the finish. Great clean run from those two. I'm just sitting back and watching and enjoying this one. So much angle from both of these machines here. Shreds just so smooth on his transitions. Look how close there through the S's. It sticks with him right here on the way up the hill, perfectly matching the angle. Even though Chally was out in the dirt, sending it way out there, Shreds was just perfectly matching him all the way along, up the hill and through to the finish. Well, we are back with our live view here. Shreds gonna be the lead driver this time around. They're on the flip side, and let's find out who's gonna be the third driver to move their way into the contender round of this evening's slide style competition. Just like those other drivers we mentioned earlier, Shreds absolutely sailing it into that hairpin there. So much angle. Chally's car straightens out on him. Oh no, he's got to bring the speed back to get back to the door of Shreds, and he does that, staying with him, front wheels together heading into the uphill turn. Close transition across the rear here. He knows he's going to have to make up for what happened in the hairpin, and he's doing his best to do that. All the way through to the finish as they make their way all the way through and sends them all the way into the guardrail on the outside. Chally brought in so much speed there. And that vote is headed at you now while the replay is up on your screen. We'll have to go back and take a look at what happened with Chally there right at the finish. Right at the beginning, sorry, right at the beginning of that. Finish was looking good, but then of course Chally knew he had to absolutely send it all the way, so he just rockets it in there. I'm not sure what happened with Chally there at the beginning. We'll take one more look at it as the replay loops itself back on around here. But his car just didn't want to hook up. Not sure what that was there. We'll get one more look at it here. We'll go for the slow motion on this one here as they dive. And look how hard Shreds dives this thing into the first turn as well. Look at that angle, man. Unreal here. But you see Chally, he's got the angle. He's alongside him here. And then, yeah, the car just straightened out. I'm not sure the front end just lost the grip and just slid forward. He had to pick it up. Not sure what that was there, but unfortunate straighten out there. Last few seconds here on the vote. Get your votes in. Coming down to it. Who's it going to be the last driver to move into the contender round? It does look like it is going to be Shreds here. And now we go to our redemption vote. Of the 3 redemption drivers, seeing here on your screen, it's going to be Bird, Flyers, and Chally. Which of these 3 drivers do you think deserves a shot at redemption? You can only pick one. Who's your favorite? Who do you want to see have a chance? At a redemption shot to have the last spot in the contender round and face off against Shreds. It's going to be so close on all these votes. I have no idea who's going to come away with it here. As we look at the beautiful shots throughout the hills of Japan here. Our Mountain Touge course here for round 3 of Slide Style 2023 season. About 30 seconds left on this vote here. Let us know who your favorite driver of these 3, who you want to see have a shot at redemption to make their way into the contender round. The top 2 drivers voted in will have to face off against each other. I think a couple people are playing their cards close to the vest here, not wanting to get their vote into the last second. We'll do it now, because that vote is coming up here. All right, well, it looks like there was so my system isn't exactly set up for this, so it looks like there was a tie in the votes between Bird and Flyers here. So we are going to maintain Chally's lead here on the votes, but we are going to run that vote one more time between Bird and Flyers here. So we're going to put that redemption vote up for you again here. We're going to fire it one more time. So don't vote for Chally. Well, I guess if you do vote for Chally, it's kind of a wasted vote. So don't vote for Chally here between Bird and Flyers. We're going to run that same vote again between Bird and Flyers. Who do you want to see facing off against Chally here in the redemption round? So that vote is coming back at you now. So not picking Chally. Do you want to see Bird? Do you want to see Flyers here? Face off. Now, it's going to get a little weird. Like I said, the system exactly isn't prepared for a situation like this. I will adjust. So it is going to be Chally, and he will be the first lead car. So Chally will be in the lead position to start out. So between Bird and Flyers, who do you guys want to see? Unfortunately, I'm not able to adjust the time on this vote to make it a little bit faster for us either. So we've got the full 2 minutes on this vote. Appreciate everybody for their votes this evening, hanging out with us, watching this awesome event, one of the best slide style events we've ever had so far, and we've still got more to come. The contender round and the showdown round still await, but we have to get this redemption run in. Gonna be a tough call between all these drivers, between Bird and Flyers. Who do you think gets the second shot? Chally already won his vote. He's going to be the lead car. Between Bird and Flyers, who do you want to see have another shot at redemption? Last couple seconds here on this vote, and then we'll get everything adjusted as we head into the redemption run. And it looks like we have yet another tie. So, in that case, I guess it's come down to me, which is unfortunate because I hate being in this position and I don't want to pick between these two. But Chally is going to be first driver. And I guess if I was going to vote, and it's a tough call. The only thing is, and I hate to do this because you know I love my boy Flyers. He did a great job on his run, but I don't believe that Bird got a fair shake on his run earlier on. I said that, when it happened. And I think Flyers, I'm so sorry, my friend. You know how much I love you, buddy. But I don't think Bird got a fair shake on his vote necessarily. That's just my opinion, of course, as our lowly commentator here. But I don't think Bird got his fair shake. And if anybody deserves a shot at redemption, it says it right there. The name is called Redemption. I think Bird deserves a shot at redemption. I don't think he got the fair vote earlier on. So we're going to send my vote. My tie-breaking vote is going to be for Bird here. And we are going to come away. Oh, and hit the wrong button here. We'll go back down here. All right, so it is going to be. Oh, I didn't hit now. I'm hitting the wrong button. Man, everything's messed up over here. Those y'all, I wasn't ready for these tie votes over here. Well, I can't do anything about that one, so that vote's just gonna exist. So pay no attention to the vote that you see on your screen. But it is gonna be Chally versus Bird here, facing off against each other for the redemption round. And I guess in the future, now see, that's something that I haven't thought about yet. We're gonna have to come up with a way to handle ties in the redemption situation. So I appreciate you guys helping me troubleshoot things a little bit here. Like I said, ignore the vote that's in the chat now. A little bit of a bug considering the situation we're in. But we have got Chally versus Bird going to fill out the last spot in the contender round to face off against Shreds. Who is it going to be? Chally going to be the first lead driver. Bird gonna be on the chase. Let's see what these two have got for us here. All right, off the line they go, ready to roll here. Chally sending so much angle in on that first turn like we've seen so many other drivers do, but Bird sticking right with him here. Oh, but Bird, same as Chally earlier, lost it a little bit coming out of the hairpins. Going to have to do some work to get back to him here. He's able to get back to the door on the way up to the hill, taps him a little bit. He says, I'm back. I'm in here. It sticks with him all the way through the end, so we're going to have to catch the replay there and see what went down. Not sure why the Chally and Shreds voted. So I'm telling y'all threw this whole thing off, man. It was not ready for a tie vote on the redemption vote there. That is not something we have ever come across before. Threw our whole thing for a loop there, but it's all good here. We're still seeing the replay between Chally and Bird here on their first run. There we go. Got it sorted there. Or no, now it still says... Oh, well, it reset itself. That's all right. We can get that squared away. We're going to get it squared away here. There we go. Got it hooked up. Charlie and Bird on the redemption run here. Watch that run one more time before these guys flip positions. Look at the angle that Charlie was able to throw in there, but then Bird sticking right with us. So let's see what happened here with Bird coming out of the hairpin. You see that car, oh, it wanted to keep gripping up. It wanted to over-rotate, head back the other direction. He had to jump on the brakes and gather that thing up, but was able to get back into the smoke trail of Charlie there. Let him know, too. He thumped him on the door, said, oh, I'm here. As we come back to our live shot here, looking at Bird in the lead position here, ready to launch off here. Him and Charlie facing off for this final spot in the contender round as we move forward tonight's competition. Who's it going to be? And does Bird send that angle in there into the hairpin? Yes, he does. Oh, Charlie gives him a big thump on the rear and spins around. Oh, no, and Bird, he does slow up, looking for the sportsmanship there, he's running really wide, trying to give Charlie the opportunity to get back to him here. But that is going to be Charlie spinning it around. So unfortunate there, and Bird sending it up the hill. And we're going to go to a vote here, but I do think that is going to go the way of Bird here on the redemption. Who moves on to the contender round? Oh, man. As we see the replay here, he thumped him right in the rear and it sent him right around. Caught a little bit of that dirt there on the left side of the car. We'll take another look at it as it comes back through on your replay here. See here, Bird sent it in there hard, and you could see Charlie was over there in the dirt on the left side, and I think he got on the brakes to make his transition, and the wheels on the left side of the car just didn't get wound up because they were in the dirt. Sent him right in the back of Bird there. So unfortunate there. Great first run from Charlie, but it does look like it is going to be Shreds versus Bird in the contender round. But before that, we're going to have Damian facing off against Wayne. Can't wait to see who comes out on top of this Mustang battle coming at us here in a minute. Right, well, that vote's coming down to the last few seconds, but like we said, we know what the word is on that one. The Bird is the word. I've been looking to use that joke all night long. The Bird is the word. He's going to be moving on. Charlie, we love you, buddy. Appreciate you coming to hang out. Like I always say, man, my mom's favorite driver. The Bird coming away with it here, moving on to face off against Shreds in the contender round. And here you have it, Damian versus Wayne. These two are already lined up on the starting line, ready to rock and roll here. Can't wait to see what these two have got for us. It is the semifinals before we head into the showdown round. Damian, Wayne, Shreds, and Bird, two of these four drivers are going to make their way to the final showdown and have a shot at winning round 3 of SLIDESTYLE Drift Tournament. So, let's see which one's going to take the first spot between Damian and Wayne. Way out to the outside, these two go. Headed into the hairpin here and then sending it through the middle here. Having a little bit of fun with this line is Damian on the lead. Making Wayne work for it, and he's going to stick with him here all the way through. So close on that transition. They made contact there. Both of them hold on. They're door to door on the way up the hill. Wayne sticking with him. Damian's looking to pull away a little bit. You know Wayne's not going to let that happen. Drives right back to the door, stays right with him as they head through the finish. One of the craziest runs we've seen all day long. I can't believe how wide out they went before headed into the hairpin, and then the two of them just almost in constant contact. Look how close that transition there, swiping across the rear bumper literally, and then staying on him all the way up the hill. Damien thought he was going to try to pull away right here, and Wayne says, pulls right back up to the door, and they stay together. Perfect mirror image of each other all the way across the line. Of course, that is Damien on the lead. They are running exactly similar liveries here, just slightly different, but Damien on the lead for this first run. Wayne in the chase position. You can see the white stripe there up on the front of the side of Damien's machine. A little bit easier to point that out, and the black hood as well. Of course, when you get this angle, you've got the windshield manners. Man, what wild stuff. All right, well, we're going to head back to our live view here. These guys have switched positions. Wayne in the lead, Damien on the chase. Do they send it out wide again on that first turn? Yes, they do. Is Damien going to be able to stick in like glue on the chase position? It looks like he sure is trying to so far. A little bit of contact on the transition there from Damien. Another, look how close they are. He overshoots it, stays with them. Neither driver losing control. Can't wait to see that on the replay. Staying side by side here. Wayne pulling away here at the finish a little bit, but Damien sending it in there, giving him a tap on the door right at the finish. I don't know how y'all are going to vote on this one, man. Look at the contact made there, sending it in. And you see them both gather it up after that contact's made, hold on to it all the way up the hill. That vote is in the chat. Let us know who you want to see moving on to the showdown round and be our first finalist of this evening's round 3. What runs from these two, man. Love watching these guys face off every time it happens. Man, get those votes in. Let us know who you want to see move to the final. Show some love in the chat. The first driver to move on. About 20 seconds left in this vote. Is it going to be Damien? Is it going to be Wayne? Damien looking for his second ever victory in slide style competition. Wayne, you see his name there in gold, has already won an event this season. 5-time winner last season. Damien wants another trophy for that trophy cabinet. And it looks like he may have an opportunity for it here as we come down to the last couple seconds on the vote. It is going to be Damien knocking off Wayne as he moves into the final showdown. And who is it going to be that he's facing off against, as the next two are going to be Shreds versus Bird, both drivers in their first ever slide style event. As we come to him in our live shot here, congratulations to Damien. Great runs to Wayne, of course, and a big thanks to him as our technical director for Slide Style, always checking over these guys' specs, making sure everybody's cars are within the rules before the event begins and all during and throughout the event. So major thank you to Wayne for that. Damien, great work. Moving into the finals, he's going to have to face off against one of these two drivers. Like I said, first-time drivers in slide style competition, both Shreds and Bird, and they've got a shot to make the finals here and have a chance at that top prize of winning round 3 and claiming themselves as king of the mountain. Who's it going to be, Shreds or Bird? These guys are ready to rock. Let's see what they've got. Shreds in this beautiful S15 going to be on the lead here. Bird in that blue and black BMW. You already know Shreds is going to bring the angle. He brings all the angle there. Even lost a little bit of momentum, and Bird doing a great job not getting contact with him there. And now through the S as they pick the speed back up. Bird looking to match the angle of Shreds here, but Shreds running so smooth through this section of the course here. Bird's going to push it in there right at the finish, but look at the speed. Shreds is sending it, and then all the way into his door. Bird says, well, if I'm going to get there, I might as well try to get there. And we'll take a look at the end of this run again, and look, Bird knew he was getting a little behind as far as proximity goes, and he said, well, pedal to the metal. But you know how consistent he's been on his lead runs here, so while his chase run may have left a little bit to be desired from some of our voting judges at home, you know his lead's going to be good, so Shreds is going to have to bring it here on his chase run. What a lead from him, though. He did carry that speed. Oh, boy, look, Bird said, woo! Man, he sent it in there. We'll watch this replay one more time. Look at that angle that Shreds is able to get here. You see Bird got all the way in there on the door. I actually don't think Shreds lost that much momentum. I think Bird was just surging in. He got a little bit more than what he wanted. And like I said before, both of these guys, their first ever slide style event. You never know. There might be a little bit of nerves playing into it. Who knows, man? I know Shreds is no stranger to the competitive game, but I'm not sure about Bird. Don't know that much about my man here. But glad he's around. Looking forward to seeing both of these guys coming and hanging out at practice with us. As we're going to make our way back to our live view here and our last run before the finals. Bird's in the lead over Shreds. Who's going to take the spot face off against Damien? And we are going to have a first-time winner in 2023 here, as neither Damien, Shreds, or Bird have won a slide style event this year. Like I said, you know it's going to be a good lead coming from Bird here, but Shreds staying right there with him every step of the way, looking to match the angle on the way up the hill. Will he be able to do it here? Bird's starting to pull away a little bit. Shreds, though, sends it back in there, gets right to the rear bumper for the transition. Nice and smooth all the way through for both of these drivers. Such a clean run. Not getting all the angle he wanted there, but able to gather it back up was Bird after he cleared that crest at the top of the hill. That vote is coming at you. And who do you want to see moving on to the final round against Damien? Is it going to be Shreds? Is it going to be Bird? So much to look at on both lead and chase runs. I wish we had the ability to have both replays side by side, but fortunately our streaming software does make that a bit difficult. It was quite a stretch to get the replays to work at all in the first place, so hopefully one day in the future we'll be able to come up with some kind of workaround for that. That's kind of one of the reasons we try to push through this event as quickly as we can here, to make sure that you see the runs back to back and can vote accordingly. Who do you want to see move on to face off against Damien here? Is it going to be Shreds? Is it going to be Bird here? Great runs out of both of these guys. Man, I love watching these guys run. Man, they're so good at what they do. Coming down to the last few seconds on the vote here, it's going to be close. Who is it going to be? If you haven't got your vote in yet, you got to do it now. Who is going to be facing off against Damien here in the finals? It looks like it is going to be Bird. Shreds, great runs, my friend, in his first ever slide style event, but Bird in his first ever slide style event is going to be facing off against Damien in the finals in the showdown coming at you right now. There we have it. Damian on the lead. Bird is going to be on the chase. These guys are lined up and ready to rock here. This is your finals of round 3, the Mountain Touge here in 2023 slide style competition. And we're going to find out who is going to be king of the mountain this year. Is it Damian? Is it Bird? These guys are ready for the finals. Let's see some love in the chat. These guys are ready to throw it down. The 2 best drivers in slide style in Japan on the Touge course. Sending that angle in there. Big lag out of Bird there. I'm not sure if it was on his side or our side because he is right in there in the tire tracks of Damian. But Damian, that Mustang horsepower. Oh, big lag there. You saw the teleport out of Bird. Yep, that's going to be a reset for these guys. And they know it. They've been around. As we watch here as Damian makes his way back around, we'll just keep the camera right on our man Damian as they head back around. But yeah, it's going to be a big reset there, major lag. Bird's already here, ready to go. Damian whipping that thing on back around. These guys are ready to fire it off again, as they are lined up, good to go. Great stuff from them here. Hopefully the network works with us here for our first run of the finals. Damian versus Bird. Green light is on. They are ready to go. Damian might have jumped the start there a little bit, but we'll see if Bird's able to stick with him. He is. No, another big lag there. All right, well, third time's going to be the charm here, but it's also 3 strikes, you're out. So hopefully this last attempt that we're going to make here all right, third time's the charm here, but another kind of regulation we have in place here in slide style. We do look out for guys, you know, with the network issues. That's just part of online gaming, but it comes to a point where one driver is having lag issues. Oh, what? I see, ain't nobody. Now everybody's confused. We're going to reset here. But as I was saying here, when the lag only seems to be affecting one driver, it's unfair to the other driver whose equipment is all working properly as it's supposed to be to keep resetting here. So this is going to be the one here. So this is the run. No matter what happens here, unfortunately, because Bird's had such a great run getting to it at this point. Hopefully his internet can hold out here. We'll give everything a second to calm down. These guys are ready. We're going to clear them to start. Hopefully Bird's stuff holds on here. And here we go, the final run. Slide style, round 3 coming at you. Great start here from both guys. Bird sailing it in there. Things seem to be smooth sailing so far. Pushes it out wide, though. He's going to need to use that speed to get back to the door of Damian. He does that very quickly. Unbelievable. Oh, Damian gets into the sign, takes him all the way out to the outside wall here. Is he going to dive back in front of Bird here? We'll have to take a look at the replay on this one. Craziness going into our first finals run here. Everything started off nice and smooth for both drivers. Let's see if we can work out what happened to Damian here. Yep, when he grabbed the handbrake on the transition, the rear end of that car got off in the dirt. And those signs, man, they'll slow you down almost to a stop. I think that's what Bird was kind of looking at. You saw where he woed up to kind of try to wait for him. And, you know, Damian was just almost coming to a stop there on the outside. So he said, all right, we'll keep it rolling. We'll take one more look at it, see if we can catch. We'll look at the, that's why we added the tire stickers here, so we can see the handbrake. We'll see if he grabs that handbrake when he's headed towards the dirt on the outside as Damian. No, it looks like the rear wheels were still turning, but he got a hold of that sign. As these guys are getting lined up here, ready for their second run here. So, Damien there, like I said, unfortunate. We'll watch it one last time here. I don't think there was a handbrake. You can see the brake lights activated. The foot brake is on, but the rear wheel seemed to be spinning. When he gets off in the dirt, it looks like the rear end of that car, yep, it just grabbed the dirt, got a hold of that sign, and then just carried him right into the fence there. Unfortunate situation there. But when you're in the finals of slide style, you have got to throw down and give it your all. And Damien, you saw on that run, he was giving it every bit of everything we had. And you know that they're going to do the same on this second run here. Both these guys going to send it. They're ready to rock and roll. They let each other know they're good to go. Damien rolls off the line. Bird takes over that lead position. Little contact there. Yep, Damien's going to give it 150% on this run. He knows he's got to force the issue here to maybe get Bird to make a mistake in that lead position. But Bird knows he's in the seat here, and he's got the opportunity to come away with this win. He's driving smooth. He's driving clean. Damien all up on the door, making contact with the quarter panel, but Bird's not having it. He says, I am out of here. I want that trophy, and I'm headed to the finish line. Great stuff from our man Bird here. That vote is coming at you in the chat. Let us know who you want to see take home the trophy round 3 of Slide Style in 2023. And you can see there, Damien was giving him every bit of everything he had to try to force a mistake out of Bird on that second run, and he did not get it. And thankfully, Bird's networking finally was working smooth for him those last 2 runs, and he was able to give us his 100%. And look at that, Damien right there on the rear bumper gives him a thump, right real close on him, all the way up the hill, dives it in there, doesn't make contact there. I think he could have, but he didn't. So close on this transition as well, thumps him in the door on the way up, but Bird says no sir, and he just puts it in high gear, and he is up out of there. That vote's about halfway through. Let us know who you want to see come away with the trophy. Coming down to the last few seconds here, but as we expected, Bird with a heavy lead on the votes. As we watch the replay here, and it looks like between these 2 drivers, it is gonna be Bird coming away with the victory here. And there you have it. The blue BMW machine of Bird is your champion. First ever attempt at a slide style event and the first ever victory at a slide style event for your man Bird here. What great work from him. Beautiful racing machine. Great job from all the drivers involved in our event today. I've got to give a big shout out to DK. Our man DK Greer was rocking and rolling on race control. One of the smoothest slide style events we have ever had. Came in clutch and was able to take over that race control position and do his job flawlessly. Thankful to all of our slide style officials, including Wayne, our technical director, keeping an eye on all these guys, their specs and everything like that, keeping everybody within the rules. But all these drivers, man, for coming out practicing every week, being prepared for this event, throwing down, giving us some great runs. So much fun to watch and be a part of our event here for SLIDESTYLE Round 3 here in Mountain Touge. And there you have it. Bird is your event champion. So proud of the effort all of these guys put in. Congratulations to him. Our drivers will be receiving their prizes for these festivities in the upcoming week. Of course, Danny with the top qualifying spot and Bird with the final event win. Congratulations to all. Great stuff. I want to thank everybody for coming out and enjoying round 3 of SLIDESTYLE competition this year with us. I've had a blast. I've been Alex, and I have been here in the commentary booth rocking and rolling, having a great time. Thank you all for your votes and enjoying these runs with us. And until next time, we will see you next month, April 28th, at Red Ring. Join us every Friday night right here on the channel. Open practice. Come hang out. Come slide with the boys. And we'll see you all next time. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend. And thanks for enjoying SLIDESTYLE Round 3. Congratulations to Bird on his first ever SLIDESTYLE victory.